Welcome to Believers Talk and Week 6 in the National Football League. My name is Joe. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in for this live stream of the Buffalo Bills at Houston Texans as we watch our Bills hopefully move up to 3-on-3 in the season, prove some people wrong. So, again, my name is Joe. Welcome to Believers Talk. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Share this video. Some people don't realize we're live right now. Let them know we're live. Live reaction, live play-by-play for this game. It's currently 12:30 on the East Coast. Game starts at 1. So we'll be with you for the whole game. I'll give you my prediction in this half hour. I'll give you the inactives for the Bills. I'll give you, I'll go down the line of games for today. And we'll do some other fun things leading up to that 1 o'clock kickoff. As both teams here, both the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans, trying to go to 3-on-3 on the season, trying to get their season back on track, get back to that 500 mark. Huge game, both sides. I think this is one of those games where whoever wins still has a chance at the playoffs. Whoever loses, it might be time to call it in. Maybe not so much for Buffalo as they play all their division games yet, but Houston falling 2-4. I think that would be very detrimental to them. If you have been following me throughout the season, you know that actually in preseason I picked the Houston Texans as the AFC representative in the Super Bowl. Obviously, it has not come to fruition to play as I thought it would, but I still think they have a shot at that. I mean, they have a high explosive offense. DeAndre Hopkins is one of the best wide receivers, if not the best wide receiver in the NFL. Still got Deshaun Watson coming back from his ACL injury. So there's a lot of things going on there. But we're getting ready for this 1 o'clock kickoff between the Buffalo Bills and the Houston Texans. Again, welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe. Again, subscribe. Share this video. Share it on Facebook. Share it on Twitter. Share it on whatever other social media sites you kids are on these days. And let people know we are live here. And we will be giving you live play-by-play and reaction to this game as it happens. So if you can't watch the game, or if you can watch the game and you're just sick and tired of the announcers, come on here. We'll chat all day for you. Like I said, if you were here before, you remember that I actually picked the Vikings against the Texans as my Super Bowl matchup. So we already beat one of those teams. Maybe we can beat the other one here today. That'd be exciting. I would like that a lot. So let's go through some of the inactives listed for today's Bills game. Some surprises on there, and some things that I'm not happy about, but we'll get into that. So the inactives are Derek Anderson. Obviously, we just signed him earlier this week. We figured he would probably be inactive. All these are healthy scratches, by the way. No one on the Bills roster is listed as injured at this time. So your Charles Clays, Lorenzo Alexanders, all those guys who did not participate in every day in practice, they're playing today. So that's something we have to look forward to. Same thing can be said about the Houston Texans side of the ball. Your big players are playing. Deshaun Watson's playing, even though he was suffering with some injuries earlier this week. Hopkins is playing. Fuller is playing. You got Miller playing. Like, all of them are playing. So it doesn't look like injuries will be a factor in this game. Which is good. I always like to see that. I want best versus best. Let's see who is better today, right now. We got away with a huge upset win in Minnesota. Let's see if we can get one here again today. If the Bills win this game, guys, you want to stay tuned. I promise you want to stay tuned for after the game. I have a special thing going on after the game for you Bills fans. You might want to stick around for it if we win this game. If not, I'll probably be depressed and get out here shortly after the game. So, but going down the Bills and inactives, we got Derek Anderson, QB. Like I said, we just signed him earlier this week, so that's not a surprise that he's listed as an inactive. Connor McDermott, offensive tackle, he is an inactive. He's been inactive actually a lot of games this season, if not all the games. Ike Bacher, again, same thing. He's kind of been inactive most of the season as well. Wyatt Teller, our guard, he's listed as inactive. Ryan Lewis is probably the biggest surprise cornerback. He's played the past couple games. He's listed as inactive. Was not impressed with his performance last week, and so they have Raphael Bush coming back, and so they put him on the inactive list for this week. And unfortunately, running back Marcus Murphy is listed as inactive. Again, he's healthy. Hey, Anthony, welcome to Believers Talk. Thanks for joining us again. I know you're a good supporter of us, and I appreciate that. So welcome back. Again, if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, share this video. Let's get the word out there that we are live for this NFL game, 1 o'clock, the Houston Texans versus the Buffalo Bills. Get some live reaction. I want Houston Texans fans in here too. We'll talk back and forth. We'll have a good time. So, and then So yeah, unfortunately, Marcus Murphy is listed as inactive due to how well Chris Ivory has been doing, and he's been doing really well for how much I was skeptical of him at the beginning of the season. They've been able to not rush Marcus Murphy back from injury and be able to carry the 3 running backs, with it being McCoy, Ivory, and then I know his name, plays special teams, got hit in the head. But you know who I'm talking about as our third. I'll remember it later. So, and then our last inactive is going to be Julian Stanford, linebacker. Again, same thing, mostly a special teams player, and he's listed as inactive for this game. So those are the Buffalo Bills inactives, 7 in total. But again, none of these are due to injury. So they're all healthy scratches. No injuries are going to affect this game on either side of the ball. Like I said, welcome John Roberts. Thank you for joining us from Washington. It's a little bit earlier there, so I appreciate that. But yeah, welcome. I'll be here every week for giving you play-by-play reaction for these games. And then if you follow me, you know that on Monday I come on here with my reaction show from the game from the day before. I try to get another day in, watch the game again, get my report in there, and then I will share what I think about the game in total. You know, it's easy to have gut reactions as it's happening, which I do, of course, and then easy to criticize things right after. But I like to take a look at the game afterwards, watch some plays over again, see how players are doing. Like, I mean, for example, Kelvin Benjamin, everyone's knocking him, but if you watch him in the run game, he's done a great job, or just in the blocking game in general, he's done a great job blocking downfield. So, I mean, I still knock him for not being ready to actually catch the ball when it's thrown to him. And there's some news about that, some interesting things happening in the pregame of this game between Kelvin Benjamin and the Buffalo Bills that I can get into a little bit too. But, you know, I do see his blocking downfield as a plus for our wide receiving core. So that's something we talk about. But yeah, apparently during the pregame, while other receivers were running routes for Josh Allen was throwing them the ball, Kelvin Benjamin chose not to participate in that. I don't know if that's a sign of things to come. Maybe instead of talking about McCoy being traded, maybe we talk about Kelvin Benjamin being traded. I don't know. But that's something to kind of look into. Why is he not doing what the other wide receivers are doing? That's kind of interesting. Let's hope that car sales are slow today for you on Sunday, even though if you work in that business, I'm sure you don't want it slow every day. But today's game day. Completely different story on game day. But yeah, I'm sure weekends are kind of busier for you. So put me on the loudspeaker in the store or in the office or whatever, and then that's fine. Just leave me on the whole time. Believe me, they'll enjoy it. You'll enjoy it. It will make good atmosphere for everybody involved. Or you won't sell a car. One or the other, but the Bills are going to win today, so we're going to be excited about that. Going into this game, if you're watching me on Thursday, I did talk about some keys to victory. I talked about some huge matchups to watch. Everyone's excited about that Tre'Davious White versus Hopkins matchup. I'm very excited to watch that, see how they do. Again, White statistically is not putting up the numbers he put up last year. No interceptions through 5 games. Last year he had, I think, 2 or 3 by this time. And he finished with 4 on the season. Today would be a great day to get some turnovers. You know what I'm talking about? Four pass breakups so far this year. Again, not nearly as many as he had last year at this time. But that could also be due to the fact that teams are not throwing his way as much. So that's something they kind of take into effect as well. The fact that teams are avoiding Tre'Davious White. Tre'Davious White's actually doing a great job. But I'll be interested to see how they do. Obviously, they're going to try to get Hopkins the ball. They're not going to avoid giving the ball to Hopkins. And, you know, for how much I love Tre'Davious White, if you remember the Cincinnati game last year, A.J. Green, other than having a couple turnovers, he did really good against Tre'Davious White. So we'll see how he does against a formidable top wide receiver this week against Hopkins. We'll see what happens. Welcome, Fernando. Welcome to Believers Talk. Yeah, White's ankle is fine. Everyone, like I said, everyone is active who was on the injury report. All of the inactives are not due to injury, but just due to those cutting down to roster size. You know, you have a 53-man active roster, only dress 47 on game day, so you have to cut down a little bit before that. And like I said, the biggest ones are going to be Ryan Lewis, cornerback, played the past couple weeks. Raphael Bush is now back and healthy. He is now in, and they made Ryan Lewis inactive, and then Marcus Murphy is healthy, but due to how well Chris Ivory is doing, they decided to still sit Marcus Murphy make him an inactive. So I'm kind of upset about that a little bit. I would love to see how Marcus Murphy does, especially if there's truth around the trade rumors with McCoy, and maybe this shows that there is no truth behind those trade rumors. The fact that they're sitting Marcus Murphy, but if McCoy is on the trade market, I want to see how Murphy does. Obviously, had a great preseason. We were all excited about him during preseason. I want to see how that relates to the regular season, because we saw it related with our backup quarterback now, Nathan Peterman. We saw it today with him. He had a great preseason too, but then that Baltimore Ravens game, it didn't last well. Welcome, Sports Dom. Go Bills. Thank you for joining me on Believers Talk again. If you are new, this is your first time, we go live for every single game. I will be live streaming my reaction and play-by-play for all the Bills games. I will not be doing the Monday night game against the Patriots. I will defer you over to my friends over at the Sports Fury. If you haven't watched their channel, they do all the primetime games, guys. So if you're a fan of the NFL in general, I suggest you subscribe to them because they will do live play-by-play for all of the games. But that I think that's the 8th week of the season. We're on the Monday night game. If you're looking for live play-by-play reaction for that game, go over to the Sports Fury. Tell them Believers Talk sent you. A bunch of good guys over there. You'll have a good time with them. And then I will be at the Jacksonville Jaguars game. I believe that's either week 12, I believe that is. That's the week right after our bye. I believe our bye is week 11. And the game's week 12. I will actually be at that game. I'll probably do something live while I'm there, do some pre-game stuff, maybe a halftime thing, and then a post-game thing while I'm at the game. But I obviously will not be doing live play-by-play at that game. But other than that, we will be here live for you every single Buffalo Bills game for live play-by-play, live reaction. Monday, we do the post-game wrap-up where we wrap up what happened in this game, what we liked about this game, what we didn't like about the game. No matter if we win or lose, I try to pull something that was good and something that was bad out of each game. So that way, Bills fans can have encouragement after a loss, and they can have something that we can work on even at the week of a win. The way it works, guys, we win on Sunday, we celebrate Sunday, guys. We lose on Sunday, we kind of lick our wounds on Sunday, but then Monday, you get back to work. You get back to work. You got to do it no matter what happens. You got to get back to work. So, and then Thursday, I do a pregame. Whatever game's coming up Thursday, halftime of the Thursday night football game, I get on here. Normally run a little long. I try to keep it to 15 minutes so that way you guys can go back to watching the Thursday night game if you were watching that. Normally run a little bit long, but that's why I do the pregame for the game coming up the next week. And then any live news or any breaking news, I go live on here. We went live for the Derek Anderson news. We went live for McCoy chat when there was trade talks about him. We will be going live for every single game, so you want to subscribe. I hope we win this game. We can absolutely win this game. I have my 3 keys to victory over here. I have some matchups to watch that I talked about on Thursday that we'll talk about a little bit. And then I'll give you my prediction, my score prediction, whether I think they're going to cover the spread, if not win outright, and also the over/under. So if you bet these games, I make no guarantees, but you go ahead and bet. So far, I'm 5-5 on the year, so hopefully you broke even so far. I want to do a little bit better than that, though, when it comes to these spread games. So, but here are my key matchups. Again, first matchup, Tre'Davious White, DeAndre Hopkins. That's going to be a key matchup for us. DeAndre Hopkins currently leads the NFL in receiving yards, has 2 touchdowns. I think if we can keep him out of the end zone, it's a good day for us. Right now, he's averaging a little under 8 receptions a game for 118 yards a game. Again, if we shut that down, he's going to get his guys. They're going to throw his way. If we can stop him to 6 for 95 or something like that, we win that matchup. I think that goes a long way for the Bills' chances to win this game. I think Tre'Davious White has a chance to shine out right now. This is his game to shine and to prove that he is one of the top corners in the NFL. Got gypped on Rookie of the Year last year. If you've been following me, you know how much I feel like he got gypped about that. I won't get into that rant again. But I feel like he got gypped to Rookie of the Year last year. We'll see what he does this year. Some people are saying he's digressing this year. I don't think he's digressing. I think his numbers don't look that great because of the fact that they're not throwing his way as much. So we'll see. And we all know about the other corner with Vontae Davis retiring, Ryan Lewis having to come in, Philip Gaines getting hurt. The other side of the field has been really inconsistent, so why not pick on that side of the field? But we'll see what happens today for that matchup. Next matchup is going to be Deion Dawkins, or really the offensive line, against Jadeveon Clowney. Clowney is a beast inside, and he does not always line up in the same spot, and that's why I say it's possibly the whole offensive line. But Deion Dawkins, when he's lined up against Deion Dawkins, unfortunately, guys, it is what it is. We know what our offensive line is. Pro Football Focus currently has our offensive line ranked 27th, and I'm really surprised it's that high. We know how bad this offensive line can be. Deion Dawkins, however, is our best offensive lineman, and he needs to be able to step up in those one-on-one matchups with Clowney to get Josh Allen time to throw the ball on those plays where we do throw the ball downfield. Next, I have Tremaine Edmonds versus Deshaun Watson. Again, you can actually say our linebacking core against Deshaun Watson, but watch the rookie Tremaine Edmonds. We want to try to keep Deshaun Watson in the pocket. We know how disruptive he can be when he extends plays. And the last thing we need is for him to extend plays. Because not only do you have DeAndre Hopkins, you have Will Fuller on the other side who's just as good. Well, maybe not just as good, but you know what I mean. Like, he has been very consistent. He's a very good wide receiver, very good deep threat. Believe me, as a Notre Dame fan, I remember watching Will Fuller at Notre Dame. Loved him to death. Still think he's a great wide receiver. Don't want to see him do that well today, however. I want to see maybe Phillip Gaines shut him down today. So, and then the next matchup, and really the last one I want to watch, Josh Allen versus J.J. Watt, right? Josh Allen needs to be able to see what J.J. Watt is doing. Again, J.J. Watt, we all know how disruptive he can be. Currently tied for the league lead in sacks with 6 sacks so far after week 5. Josh Allen needs to either A, get the ball out of his hands quickly, not be afraid of long snap counts, get to the line early, and do some long snap counts to see what J.J. Watt's trying to do, and then you'll be able to adjust after that. So that's why I want to see us get to the line early, not get to the line with like 5 seconds where we have to snap it right away. J.J. Watt's going to be able to read that, and then that will be able to help us out here a little bit. So, and then those are my 4 key matchups to watch. I think those 4 matchups are really the key to this game. And then my 3 keys to victory are effective passing game. I believe with the way we won last week, I believe we have to start opening up the pass a little bit more, give more room for McCoy, more room for Ivory to run the ball. I mean, it's nice, last week, first play of the game, we start with that 60-some-yard bomb, flea flicker that was incomplete, just to show, hey, we can do this. If you guys, give us the opportunity to do it, we're going to do it. That Minnesota game, if you remember right, that pass to Kroom, or was it Lee, I forget, in the end zone, off the fake handoff, fake pitch to McCoy, and then Kroom was just wide open. Why? Because Minnesota cheated up. And that's what these defenders are going to keep doing if we don't prove that we have an effective pass game. They're going to keep cheating up. We have to beat them when they cheat up. We have to take advantage of that at those times. So I believe we need to have a little bit of a better passing game to establish the run. Obviously, we're going to run the ball more than we're going to pass the ball in every game that we win, but we do need to establish that passing game a little bit. Next key is don't let Deshaun Watson extend plays. I talked about that a little bit earlier. When he extends plays, bad things happen for the defense. An offense is always going to be a defense if they're given time, because the wide receivers are going to know what they want to do. The defenders are just reacting to that. So a good offense will always be a good defense, one play at a time, if you give them time to pick you apart. And then 3 turnovers. We cannot turn the ball over. We cannot turn the ball over and give this team more time. I mean, this team is 4th on offense so far this year in the NFL, guys. We cannot give this offense more time on the field. And B, we need to try to create turnovers. Tre'Davious White get an interception or 2. Tremaine Edmonds, we've seen him all over the ball recently. Let's see if he can force another fumble. We have forced 16 fumbles this year, guys. 16. That leads the NFL. We've only recovered 6 of those. And that's not bad. 6 fumble recoveries after 5 weeks, that's pretty good. But when you realize that there are 10 fumbles out there that have either gone out of bounds or the offense has recovered, those are missed opportunities. Missed opportunities to potentially get yourself back in a game or potentially ice a game, and seal the victory. So we really need to jump on those opportunities and be able to get those turnovers. Another key to victory that I didn't really have on here, but I did tweet about this on our Twitter account. And again, if you have Twitter, if you have Facebook, follow us. We're on Twitter. We're on Facebook. And, we'll post you with Twitter feed stuff, with facts, with stats. I actually try to keep you posted on Buffalo University won yesterday. The Bulls beat Akron Zips yesterday. So way to go, Buffalo. The Sabres won yesterday. 3-2 on the year. Way to go, Sabres. And then the Bills, let's try to make this the trifecta. Let's try to make this the perfect weekend if you're a Buffalo sports fan and go 3-0 this weekend, just like we did last weekend. We'll happily do that again. But anyway, going back to the next key to victory is I did tweet this out. In our 3 losses, the Bills have been outscored 70-6. In our 3 losses, the Bills have been outscored 70-6 in the first half. So what does that mean? Maybe not get off to a fast start, but not let Houston get off to a fast start either. We have to keep the score manageable. We've done much better in the second half in every game we've played. So if we keep the game manageable, if we keep it within striking distance, or if we have the lead at halftime, those things all bode well. We cannot go down. That's an average of going down by 3 scores before the second half even starts. We can't let that happen. Let's stay in this game. Let's get some pressure on Watson. We know he's a little banged up. Get Jerry Hughes after him. Jerry Hughes is still one of the leaders in the league in QB pressures, guys. I mean, he's still up there. He's still up there with Khalil Mack, and we all know how big of a beast Khalil Mack is, while Jerry Hughes isn't getting the love that maybe he deserves when it comes to getting pressure on the QB. He's doing a great job. Shaq Lawson is now on the other side. He's healthy again. He's been doing a good job when he's healthy. Unfortunately, he's missed 2 games already this year, so but he's in this game. We really look forward to seeing him. And then those linebackers constantly keep getting better. We see Lorenzo Alexander had a huge impact in that game last week. We see Tremaine Edmonds, the rookie, constantly improving his game. And then we also see Milano, who's just secretly, quietly being one of the better linebackers in this league. So our linebacking core is one of the best in the league, I think, and they're just improving. So I'm really, really happy about that. Currently 12:51. So in the game again, kickoff is at 1 o'clock on East Coast time. So 9 minutes to kick off. What I'm going to do now is go through the 1 o'clock games for you, let you know who's playing at 1 o'clock, what games to look for, because there's a couple good games on the slate. Obviously, we know about the Sunday night game tonight, huge game between the New England Patriots and the Kansas City Chiefs. A lot of us, I'm sure, cheering for those Kansas City Chiefs. Go Chiefs. I'm okay with them going 6-0 if that's what it takes for the Patriots to lose. And remember, guys, the Bills, only 1 game back. Look at the AFC East. You got 2 3-2 teams, 2 2-3 teams. It's anyone's division still. I know everyone thinks New England's going to win this division. It's a broken record. We get it. We've been there. We've been looking up at New England's butts 16 of the past 17 years. So we understand what you're talking about. But if you look at the records, and records are what matter, not name, we still have a shot, guys. And we haven't even played the divisional game yet. All right, so here's the slate 1 o'clock games for you. You got Tampa Bay at Atlanta. Atlanta is a 3-point favorite there. Pittsburgh at Cincinnati. Cincy is a 1.5-point favorite. That's a big game for both teams. Cincy wants to prove they can finally beat Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh, they haven't started off that hot. They need to get rolling. They have a tough schedule coming up. They really need to get that confidence built to win some games down the road here, and they can't fall back too far in this division. If they lose this game, since he goes up to 5-1, they'd fall back to 2-3-1, 2-3-1. That would be a big deficit, especially considering you now lost that game to Cincinnati. The Chargers at Cleveland. Cleveland's actually favored in this game by a point. Not sure how that works. I personally, after watching the LA Chargers beat up on us a little bit and watching them this whole season, I still think they're one of the favorites in the league to possibly make it to the Super Bowl, but we'll see what happens there. Chicago at Miami. If you have not heard, Ryan Tannehill is not starting this game for Miami. Hopefully, you were not starting him in fantasy anyway. If you are, your QBs are in trouble as they play a tough Chicago defense. But since that injury, Chicago has actually moved up, and they're now favored by 7 points. Arizona at Minnesota. Minnesota is favored by 9.5. Indianapolis at New York Jets. The Jets are favored by 2.5. Seattle at Oakland. That game is actually in London. And you know how those London games goes, guys. Anyone can do anything in those games. Those games drive me nuts sometimes. But it's really a surprise to me we don't see that 9 a.m. London game. But instead, it's going to be 1 p.m. here. I believe it's like 5 or 6 p.m. over there. So that game is in London. And then the last 1 o'clock game that we have, other than the Bills game, Carolina at Washington. And Carolina is favored by a point in that one. The 4 o'clock games, you go to the 4 o'clock games, you have the LA Rams at Denver. Rams favored by a touchdown. Jacksonville at Dallas. Jacksonville is favored by 3. Baltimore at Tennessee. I think that's going to be a good game, guys. Baltimore is favored by 2.5. Obviously, Tennessee is a little bitter after the way they lost to us last week, and Baltimore is a little bitter for the way they lost last week as well. Both losing on last-second field goals. Cleveland beating Baltimore in overtime. And then tonight, big game tonight. I'm looking forward to watching this game tonight. Kansas City at New England. New England is actually favored by 3.5. Would really like to see Kansas City win this game. Of course, if we win and New England loses, depending on what happens in the Miami game, we might have a 4-way tie, for the division lead in that division. So that'd be exciting to see. Then tomorrow night you got San Fran at Green Bay. That game was marked up to be a good game with Garoppolo and everything, but obviously with the injuries to San Fran, that game is not shaping out how it would have. Green Bay is favored actually by 8.5 in that game. So that's your slate of games, and then obviously we have today's game, Buffalo at Houston. Let's get into that for a second, shall we? Currently, Houston is favored by 10 points. The disrespect the Bills get, I get it. I get how much we struggled. I get that our 2 wins haven't, well, at least our win last week hasn't been the prettiest. But 10 points? 10 points? Are you kidding me right now? I mean, we have a good chance to win this game. Win this game and go to 500. And we're dogged by 10 points. I think that's the biggest insult for a team, is to be underdog, not to be an underdog away. I get that. You're away from home, you're an underdog, but 10 points is just insane. And the over-under currently is 40.5. All right, I'm a Bills fan. I'm biased. I get it. Bills are winning this game. Bills are winning this game 24-20. Okay? That's what I see happening. The Bills win this game 24-20. What did I just say the over-under was, guys? I just missed it. So I absolutely have the Bills covering the spread here. You're talking about 10 points. 10 points. That's insane. But anyhow, 10 points. I have us covering that spread. Not only do I have us covering that spread, I have us winning the game outright. And then the over-under, I just said it, and I forget already, 40.5. So if the game is 24-20, 44 points, we cover the over. So if you're picking this game, if you're going against the line, go to Vegas, say the Bills are covering the spread. Maybe say the Bills are winning this game outright. I'm sure the odds on that are pretty good as well. We're probably plus a lot. And then just say we're covering the over. And hopefully it works out for me because, like I said, right now I'm 5-5. So I hope we cover the over and at least the Bills cover the spread. It's not going to be a fun live stream if the Bills don't cover this 10-point spread, guys. I don't want that to happen. That Green Bay game was rough, even though our defense played really well. That was a tough game to watch. The first 2 games of the season, the Baltimore game. If you were here for the Baltimore game live stream, you know how tough that one was. 47-3, that hurt, especially coming into the season with high hopes, thinking that we had a chance to possibly make the playoffs. But we still have that chance. We still absolutely have that chance going to 2-3. Just a rough week to start, and then that game against the Chargers wasn't much better. But ever since then, pretty much ever since the first half of that game, our defense has played a whole lot better. We've looked good. I mean, like I said, even in the Packers game, our defense looked really good. Our offense just couldn't get going. And that's another key, guys, to this victory. Last week, we only had 1 3-and-out, and it was in the third quarter. That gives your defense time off the field to rest. The week before that, in that Packers game, we had 7 3-and-outs. 7 3-and-outs. We cannot let that happen. We cannot let Houston get a roll and keep on that roll. I'm pretty sure they're going to get points in this game, guys. Again, they're the 4th best offense in the league. However, we have the 6th best defense currently in the league. So it's really going to be best against best here. We'll see what happens. I think the Bills' defense stops them from scoring enough where our Bills' offense can, again, find a way to win and get disrespected by everyone in the national media about how, it was a tough win and whatever they say, those tough wins. It's annoying to me sometimes about the media. But we might get into that later if the Bills win this game. So, again, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. My name is Joe. If you have not joined us before, welcome. Thank you for joining us on this live stream. We go live for every Buffalo Bills game, guys. We're live for every Bills game, so we'll be live streaming our reaction, our play-by-play. We'll be doing all of that for you. So if you can't watch the game, or if you'd rather watch someone who knows what they're talking about when announced to the game, then you can turn into Believers Talk. Again, we do post-game wrap-up the Monday after the game. We do a pre-game show the Thursday during halftime of Thursday Night Football is when we'll do our pre-game show. So they're always scheduled, so you can come watch us at those times. And if there's any ever breaking news, if we do trade McCoy, when we picked up Derek Anderson, I will go live for those games as well. So, or for those things as well, give you some reaction to those. So if you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to this channel, share this channel, like this video, and like I said, we will continue to go live for these games and for this news. So right now I'm looking at Buffalo Bills transactions, currently 12:59 on the East Coast, which means the game's getting ready to start. Going to see if I missed any transactions, let you guys know. Nothing going on really as far as transactions go to date. After the Derek Anderson move, after we traded for him. Again, a lot of people talking about the McCoy trade or the possibility of trading McCoy. Currently, no news on that. And again, the fact that Marcus Murphy is not in this game does say something to me about that we're not trading LaShawn McCoy, because I think if we were thinking about trading LaShawn McCoy, he would be in this game, and we would see, they would be running for Taiwan Jones, by the way, is the running back I couldn't think of earlier. And he's still on the roster, but he's mostly a special teams guy. However, I think that we would have Murphy in, we'd have 4 running backs in, and we'd see what he could do, how he could benefit this team if we were thinking about trading McCoy. So, last thing that we did is like I said, when we got Derek, we signed Derek Anderson on the 9th. Keith Talbridge, we got him on the practice squad, and we waived Dean Marlowe, which was kind of a surprise to me with how Dean Marlowe played the previous couple weeks with our safety issues with them being injured. But we did get we got Hyde back this week. We'll have Bush back this week. So, there is no room to carry over 6 safeties. So maybe that's why we cut him. But that was sad for me to see because he has played well. Again, guys, I have this game 24-20 Buffalo. We'll see how it goes. I have them covering the spread, and that would cover the over as well. So I'm looking forward to watching this game. Again, it's 101 now on the East Coast. So the game's getting ready to kick off. Currently at commercial break. The Bills, again, need to be able to shut down this Houston Texans offense. If our defense plays well, to Steven Tynan's point, if the defense plays well, if we can stop them to under 20 points, I'll say even under 25 points, we should win this game. Houston, both of their wins have come in overtime as well. They've won 2 in a row, but both of them in overtime. So it's not like they're impressing everybody, world beaters over here with their wins. Their defense has left some points. But they started 0-3. They've won the last 2, beating Dallas last week in overtime after Dallas made a questionable call on 4th and 1 to punt the ball instead of going for it. So currently showing the standings, currently Houston's behind Tennessee and Jacksonville. Again, only a game back, and we're behind New England, Miami, tied with the Jets as they get ready to kick off against the Colts as well. Looks like the Houston Texans have won the toss. They chose to defer. So that means the Buffalo Bills offense will be first on the field. We'll see how Josh Allen and Dable have set up this offense for this game. Again, we need to see better play calling from Dable, I believe. We do have Benjamin in the game as the kickoff return man. So maybe this is a new way to try to get him the ball. And maybe that goes into why he wasn't receiving passes in the pregame from Josh Allen. Maybe he was getting ready for special teams. So maybe there's less to read into that than we thought, which is good. Get Benjamin the ball, get him involved in the game early. Benjamin takes it out of the end zone, gets it to the 20-yard line. There's a fumble on the play, so that's a great way to start. It does look like the Bills recovered it. Yeah, the Bills recover at the 21-yard line. I'm not even sure if he wasn't down first anyway, but you can't start off on special teams fumbling the ball. Like, I understand this is your first return. That not only this season, I don't know how often Kevin Benjamin is in the game at special teams for Carolina or anything like that, but I know he hasn't returned for the Bills before. Gets in there, first return, gets it to the 20, and then fumbles. The sad thing is he was in the end zone. If you've watched me before, it had to start John Patrick. The Buffalo Bills just got the opening kickoff. It's 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. If you know my theory, if the ball goes into the end zone, you should get a touchback every single time. Wonder what this means for Taiwan Jones as far as his role. First play from scrimmage is a run to McCoy to the right-hand side for a 4-yard gain. Gets it to the 26-yard line, so it's going to be 2nd and 6 for the Buffalo Bills as McCoy gets 4 yards on first down. Again, I wonder what this means for Taiwan Jones if he's not returning kicks. Hopefully he's still returning punts because I'm actually a fan of Taiwan Jones, especially in the return game, to see how he can improve there. I think that might play a big factor as well as the special teams in this game. Sorry you can't watch. I cannot show the game. 2nd down, we passed the ball. Allen's low pass to Charles Clay, so it's incomplete. So now bringing up 3rd and 6. Sorry you can't watch the game. I cannot, unfortunately, show the game. YouTube would shut me down, and they shut me down quickly, so you wouldn't be able to watch the game either on my channel. But I do want to give you a live play-by-play and reaction to this game. Very, very excited to give you this reaction. Very excited for the chance to get back to 300 or 500, go to 3-3. If we go to 500, like I said, guys, if we win this game, you want to stay afterwards for what I have for you. I'll have a nice surprise for you. Shotgun set, 3 wide receivers, bottom of the screen, 3rd and 6. Zay Jones goes in motion to the top, 2 wide receivers still at the bottom of the screen. And getting pressured, he rolls out of the pocket. Throws across his body to wide open LaShawn McCoy, who gets the ball to the 43-yard line. So throw it across his body, which I normally am against, but McCoy was wide open and gets the ball downfield to the 43-yard line. So it's going to be a first down Buffalo. Good. We stopped those. We cannot get those 3 and outs. Like I said, guys, there's no flags on the field. Looks like we might have had a lineman downfield, but no penalty on the play. 13:40 to go. 1st and 10 Buffalo at the 48-yard line of Houston. 0-0. This is the first drive of the game. Fake handoff to McCoy. Quick pass out to Clay. Clay picks up about 8 or 9 yards on the play, so it's going to be 2nd and short. 13:24 to go in the game, or in the first quarter, with the Bills and Texans still tied 0-0. Buffalo moving the ball now in Houston territory to make it 2nd and 1, or like I said, 2nd and 1, 2nd and 2 for the Buffalo Bills here. Opening up that pass game a little bit. Again, they don't have to all be deep passes. They don't have to all be like 60-yard bombs. We know Allen has that capability, but just open up the pass game a little bit here and give McCoy and Ivory some space. Ivory in the game now for the Bills. They actually gave there's a flag down on this play. There's 2 flags down on this play. They gave Charles Clay the first down. They gave him 10. I guess he wasn't touched until after his roll, and they gave him 10 yards on that. So it was 1st and 10 again. Penalty on the play. Like I said, it looks like it's going to be offside. So someone on the defense set up offsides. I didn't get the number. It looks like it's Jadeveon Clowney, number 90, set up offsides. So it's going to be 1st and 5 now. Yeah, Jadeveon Clowney came in for blitz, was unable to time the blitz correctly, and was so we got him with the offside. So it's gonna be 1st and 5 for Buffalo. Great job so far by the Bills moving the ball downfield. It's gonna be 1st and 5 from the 37 of Houston. So we are moving the ball pretty well. Allen in shotgun formation, Ivory to his right. Fake handoff to Ivory. We got Clay coming around, getting about 2 yards on the play. So it's going to be 2nd and 3. I feel like that was a close play, so I won't give Benjamin a hard time already in this game. But it looks like Benjamin either missed a block, but the pass wasn't out yet. So if he throws that block, maybe it gets called for offensive pass interference. So I'm not sure about that. Yes, just 20-yard passes make me 10 to 30 yards is great. Again, we don't need long bombs every single play. So we got 2nd and 4, I formation, Ivory, and it looks like they jumped. The Houston Texans jumped again. Looks like they're having a conference here to see what happened first, as far as if the offense moved or the defense moved first. We have 3 flags down, so that normally means that one of the running backs in the backfield moved. Got a false start on the offense. So it is going to take us 5 yards back. It's on Kroom. So he was lined up at fullback, I believe. So like I said, normally that means, and there's 3 flags. That normally means that someone on offense and then defense moved. So they got together, talked about it. So now it's going to be 2nd and 9, taking us back another 5 yards. So I'm not happy about that. We're moving the ball pretty well. Last thing we need is penalties to stall drives out. 11:40 to go in the first quarter. But Buffalo has the ball 2nd and 9 in Houston Texans territory. Allen's in shotgun. No one else back there with him. Looks like we have 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, 2 to the top of the screen. Clay goes out for pass as well. So we have 5 receivers on this play. Allen's going deep for Kelvin Benjamin, but ball sails out of bounds. And so now it's going to be 3rd and 9 for the Buffalo Bills. Again, that penalty really stalls the drive. Joseph was on the coverage, but that ball was nowhere close. Again, kind of like the play last week, the flea flicker last week. No one close by, so Josh Allen just kind of threw it away. So going to be 3rd and 9 for the Buffalo Bills. 11:21 to go in the first quarter. We're in Texans territory, and again, it wasn't a 3 and out. Not what we want to see. We want to put points on the board, obviously. Excuse me, Allen is shotgun. You got McCoy to his right. You got 3 wide receivers and a timeout by Buffalo. Before the timeout, there's a flag, however, so we don't get the timeout. Gets a false start on the offense. So now it's going to be 3rd and 14 for the Buffalo Bills. Number 62, that's Dukas. If you've been here long enough, you know how much I love Vladimir Dukas. Just not a fan of his at all. Really need to revamp this offensive line. Other than Deion Dawkins, I feel like everyone else could really go. Bodine's done a good job at center after winning that from Groy, I think week 2 or week 3. But, man, this offensive line is putting us in a tough spot. 3rd and 14 now. Back close to midfield at the 46-yard line. Allen in shotgun. Has time in the pocket. Throws the ball to Zay Jones. Incomplete. Zay is looking for a flag. So is Allen. No flag on the play. So it's going to be 4th and 14. 4th and 14. So the Bills are going to be forced to punt here. They're saying that the Houston Texans guy hit Zay Jones early. Zay Jones would have been short of the first down anyway. So it does bring up 4th down, 4th and 14. So the Bills will be playing. We got Jorges in there. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Never knew how to pronounce his name. But he's actually been really well for us this season. Lots of punts inside the 20. So let's see how he does here. 11:15 to go in the first quarter. Punt is away. Texans stop, and we catch it at the 5-yard line. So Texans will get the ball 1st and 10 at the 5. Good punt again by Jorges. There definitely should have been pass interference on that play. Zay Jones was definitely hit early on the route. So if you're watching this game, you just saw the replay. Zay Jones was definitely hit. Teller is inactive. Teller is inactive, but he is not injured. He's been inactive about 3-4 games so far this year. I don't know why. But yeah, I've always said Teller should be out there instead of Dukas. So, but anyway, so if you're watching the replay, if you saw Zay Jones was coming over the middle of the field, and number 30 for Houston, I currently am not looking at the Houston Texans roster, came across and hit him before the ball got there. It was absolutely before the ball got there. Should have been a flag, however, it was not. And it's, if it goes both ways, then maybe I'm okay with that, but I just think that should be a flag every time. So, but we punt the ball down at the 5-yard line. So the Houston Texans will start with the ball 1st and 10 at the 5. Decent drive by the Bills, a couple first downs, move the ball to midfield. Unfortunately, a couple penalties, both on Kroom and Dukas, kind of stalled us there. But we did move the ball to midfield, got a good punt off. Let's see how this defense now does against the offense of the Houston Texans. Again, the 4th-ranked offense against our 6th-ranked defense. Let's go through some scores while we're waiting here, and we're at commercial break. So, obviously, Buffalo-Houston 0-0. Tampa Bay has scored a touchdown, it looks like, but they missed the extra point. So, again, these kicking issues bugging a lot of teams. Luckily, we got Hauschka not bugging us so much, but 6-0 Tampa Bay after a Cameron Brett 15-yard touchdown. Then you got Pittsburgh, Cincinnati still tied at 0. LA, Cleveland still tied at 0. Chicago, Miami tied at 0. Arizona, Minnesota still tied at 0. The Jets and Colts already at 7-7 with 12:16 to go in the first quarter there. You got Morris Claiborne, 17-yard interception return for a touchdown. And then you got Marcus Johnson with a 34-yard touchdown pass from Andrew Luck for a touchdown. So it looks like in that game, the Jets offense yet to take the field. Yeah, it wasn't Benjamin. I'm sorry. It was McLeod on the return who fumbled it, not Benjamin. So misspoke there. But we are back from commercial break. We're already talking about the long pass. These numbers confuse me sometimes. But yeah, the Jets Colts are 7-7. The Jets offense still to take the field. And Seattle, Oakland 0-0. Carolina, Washington 0-0. So those are the scores. Watson's going to take the field here. 1st and 10 for the Houston Texans. 11:07 to go in the first quarter. Again, 1st and 10, starting at their own 5-yard line. Watson's in shotgun. Watkins is under center. Miller in the backfield. Lone back set. Handoff is to Miller. Breaks it to the outside. Only able to get 1 yard after Murphy comes in on the tackle. So it's going to be 2nd and 9 for the for the Houston Texans at the 6-yard line. Here we go. They gave him 2 yards. I don't understand how they got 2 yards there, but all right. I don't agree. 2nd and 8 for the Houston Texans from the 7-yard line. Fake handoff to Miller. Watson has time to throw, throws it, and it's incomplete to First pass to Hopkins, 0 for 1. So incomplete to Hopkins. So we got 3rd and 8. Huge opportunity here. There's a flag down. You got to be shitting me. There was no contact on that play at all. So they're calling holding prior to the pass. So it's going to be a first down. They're calling it, yeah, they're calling holding before the pass, so it's going to be a first down. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Texans at about the 12-yard line as White gets called for the defensive holding prior to the pass. I didn't see what happened prior to the pass, so we'll see. Dan Best, thanks for joining me. Good luck to your Texans the rest of the way in this game. I don't want to see anyone get hurt, definitely. First down, they run it down with Miller to about the 15-yard line. Going to bring up about a 2nd down and 6 or 7. I just don't know yards, apparently. 2nd and 8. I must have terrible eyes if I'm missing this by 2 yards. They gave it to him at the 14 instead of 15. So it's 2nd and 8 for Houston. Deshaun Watson's in shotgun. Miller to his left. You got Hopkins bound the screen. 2 wide receivers to the top. Looking to Miller underneath. Gets the first down. Tremaine Evans with the tackle at about the 22-yard line. So they are beginning to move the ball a little bit. Get the ball out of the end zone. So if you're a Houston Texans fan, that's what you want to see this drive do. At least get some first downs, get out of their own end zone here. But you know that can be scary sometimes if you're a Bills fan or if you're a fan in the situation. You don't want to see their offense just drive down the field and score here. We saw that happening against Baltimore. Run a safety blitz, get to Deshaun Watson on first down for the sack. That was Raphael Bush came in on the late blitz, so they're going to give Kyle Williams and Bush both half a sack on that play. They just showed a stat saying the Buffalo Bills have not allowed a 300-yard passer in 14 straight games. So, but yeah, so we start with the sack on first down. This is going to make it 2nd and 13. Again, guys, this is one of those situations where you want to see your team get off the field. Hey, Buffalo Sack Attack, thanks for joining me. Myth, thanks for joining me. Again, welcome to Believers Talk. If you're new, my name is Joe. 2nd down here, we run another blitz, and we get to Watson again. Going to make it 3rd and long. Another sack for Williams. Kyle Williams with 1.5 sacks on this drive already. So it's going to bring up 3rd and long. Going to bring up about 3rd and 19 for the Houston Texans. Again, need to be able to get off the field in this situation. Kyle Williams comes in high and gets some great sack by Kyle Williams there. Trent Murphy was close to getting a hit that we didn't need for a penalty, but 3rd and 19 for the Houston Texans. Back to the 14-yard line. Watson in shotgun formation. Quick pass to number 16, Cutie or Cutesy, or however you say his name, and he's dragged down from behind. That's going to bring up 4th down. He got about 9 yards on that play. They actually give him 11, so it's going to be 4th and 7 for the Houston Texans. But, you know, they did get a couple first downs, and if you're a Texans fan, that has to make you happy. Not punting from the back of your own end zone is always a good thing. So McLeod back to receive the punt. Punt is off. Fields it at about calls for a fair catch, fields it, and he fumbles it again. That's the 2nd fumble already. And Houston recovers. You've got to be kidding me. I said in the pregame we cannot get turnovers. And that's the 2nd time. Luckily we recovered the first time, but that's the 2nd time he's fumbled in this game on special teams. And now Houston has the ball, 1st and 10, deep inside Buffalo Bills territory. It's just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. We need to avoid these turnovers. He's running up. He calls for the fair catch, and it goes right through his hands. Houston gets the ball at about the 28-yard line. So 2nd fumble on the day for McLeod. 1st on the opening kickoff that Buffalo recovered. And now this one sets up Houston, 1st and 10 inside Buffalo's 30-yard line. It's not a good way to start. Again, getting that defense after a great job by the defense, getting them right back out on the field. That's not what we want. That's who coughed it. It was McLeod. McLeod. On the punt return it was Ray McLeod with his 2nd fumble of the day. Run to Miller to the outside, picks up about 6 yards on first down. There's a flag down in the secondary, so this is more than likely against Buffalo. Never mind, it looks like it's going to be a hold against Houston, so it's going to go back. I'm going to eat my lunch here, guys. Hopkins with the hold. So back and forth penalties, one by White earlier, and then now one by Hopkins. So that's going to be a 10-yard penalty. That's going to be huge for Buffalo again. Again, hopefully he holds Micah Hyde as Micah Hyde tries to get to the outside to get Miller. Yeah, hopefully we can get off the field now here. Second penalty for Houston. Now it's going to be 1st and 20 from the 39-yard line. If we can stop to a field goal on this drive. Blitz coming. Quick blitz picked up on a screen now. Not too many yards, about 5-6 yards on the play. Going to bring up a second down. If we can stop him to a field goal on this drive, that's a huge win for Buffalo. It'll be interesting to see if they keep putting McLeod in there. I do believe we should probably give him another chance. He hasn't had a fumble issue so far this year. I don't know what it is with today's game so far with the 2 fumbles already, but this is the first game where he's had that issue. So we'll see what happens. So it's going to be 2nd and 14 for the Houston Texans from the 33-yard line. Watson's in shotgun. Miller to his left. 4 wide receivers set. 2 to the bottom of the screen. 2 to the top. 4 seconds on the play clock. They get the ball off. It's a run back delay, and that's going nowhere. Stopped real quick by Buffalo. About 3 or 4 yard loss. Yarbrough was in the backfield at the time of the handoff. There is a flag down. Lots of flags already to start this game. I think that's about the sixth flag already in this game. Looks like it's going to be against Buffalo. There's no foul in the play. Thank you. Thank you. So they were going to try to get White for illegal contact, but since it was a running play, you can't get someone for illegal contact on a running play. So it's going to bring up a long 3rd and 18 for the Houston Texans. Need to prevent the first down here. Be interesting to see if they try to get into better field goal position or if they go for the first down. They're at the 37-yard line. Watson is shotgun. 4 wide receivers again back. Get some pressure on Watson. Finds an open receiver for the first down inside the 15-yard line. Again, it's that Cote, number 16 for Houston, gets the first down inside the 15. Again, you give Watson time. They have good enough wide receivers to get open. You give Watson time. He's going to find someone open downfield, and that's what he does here. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Houston at the 14-yard line going in. Again, all this, they get at the 15. All this off that turnover by McLeod. We can't have these turnovers. Run up the middle to Miller. Stopped him for about 1 yard, 2 yard gain. So, one thing that I've really been impressed with is our run defense up the middle so far this year. Yeah, I just can't. I am a little annoyed still about the fumble. Buffalo's defense has allowed 15 possessions in the red zone. They score TDs 80% of the time, which is 29th. Now, Houston, however, is 31st in red zone offense. So, worse versus worse here. It's funny, for a good offense and a good defense, we both rank last in efficiency in the red zone. So, 2nd and 8, Watson in shotgun. Watson's going to throw it. Hopkins with the reception and the touchdown. So, all off this Ray McLeod turnover. Houston goes down the field and scores a touchdown. Watson to Hopkins, about a 15-yard touchdown reception. Going to make it 6-0, extra point pending. Watson starts this game 5 for 5, 62 yards and a touchdown. Reminds you a lot about how Flacco started the game against us week 1. We can't turn the ball over. We can't do that. And now McLeod's will come out for another kickoff return. I swear, why? What happened? He hasn't had problems this whole season. And now this game he decides to have 2 on the first 2 kicks. Anyway, kick is up. Kick is good. And with 4:43 left to go in the first quarter, the Buffalo Bills trail the Houston Texans 7-0. Cody is good, especially as a slot receiver. He's going to kill us every time. We did good against Hopkins. Only that one catch happened to be the touchdown catch, but we're doing good against him. We're doing good against Fuller. I haven't called his name yet today with 4:43 left to go in the first quarter. There's plenty of time, but and then that Cody is just has got a couple of key catches for first down so far. So going to commercial break. Houston Texans up 7-0. 4:43 left to go in the first. Let's see if Ray McLeod can field a punt or field a kickoff and not fumble the ball. Let's see if that can happen, because right now it can't. So let's go through some scores since we are at the commercial break here. I will go through some scores during the live play-by-play during the commercial breaks. If you have fantasy teams, I will keep you updated on who scored for what teams. Atlanta has scored a touchdown. That game is now 7-6. You had Mohamed Sanu with a 35-yard touchdown pass. Pittsburgh, Cincy still tied at 0. The Chargers have gone up 7-0 against Cleveland. You have a Melvin Gordon 4-yard touchdown run. Chicago, Miami. Miami's up 7-0 after a Nick O'Leary 5-yard touchdown pass from Brock Osweiler. Way to go, Nick O'Leary. Good to see him doing well, even though if it is with Miami. Was upset to see us let him go before the season started. Arizona's up 3-0 on Minnesota. The Jets are up 10-7 on the Indianapolis Colts. And Seattle has gone up 7-0 on Oakland after a Jaron Brown 5-yard touchdown reception from Russell Wilson. And Washington is also up 7-0 on Carolina with a Vernon Davis 22-yard touchdown from Alex Smith. So those are the scores so far, the 1 o'clock games. This Buffalo game, again, you cannot turn the ball over. That is a key. We have to win the turnover battle if we're going to beat these teams who are supposedly better than us in their home. We cannot turn the ball over. We cannot, and if we turn the ball over, it cannot be on Buffalo's side of the ball. We have to be able to move downfield. First drive, we move downfield. 2 penalties kill us. Stop the drive completely. Then we get the punt after our defense does a great job, gets 2 sacks, and then what do? We fumble the punt. We cannot let that happen. Welcome, Sandro Kuhn. Very happy for your Texans. Obviously, you're a happy guy right now. Texans up 7-0. Still in the first quarter. It is pronounced like cutie. I thought maybe it was, but then I saw the O in there. I wasn't sure. Have I ever been advised to do a stress management course? Absolutely. Every day of my life. Every day of my life, someone says I stress too much. Every day of my life, someone says I'm too angry. This is actually the only time when I get really angry is during Bills games, But yes, I have been told I need stress management. So don't feel like you're alone. Right now, 7-0. Houston, you're going to kick it off to the Buffalo Bills. McLeod not going. They didn't make it to the end zone. Oh, McLeod's not even in anymore. So McLeod wasn't in to return that kick. I'm trying to figure out who that was. It was number 26. Is that Bush? So Anna comes back out. They got the ball to about the 22, 23-yard line. Taylon Jones is out. Okay, good. Put Taylon Jones out there. So Taylon Jones takes it back to about the 23-yard line. Doesn't fumble, so that's an improvement. And the Bills will start 1st and 10 from the 23. Let's see if we can get this offense rolling a little bit better, not get penalties to kill ourselves, kill our own drives. First 10 from 23-yard line. Allen is in shotgun. McCoy to his left. 2 wide receivers top of the screen, 1 to the bottom of the screen. 4:36 to go in the first quarter. Let's try to get a sustainable drive here. Allen gets pressured, so he runs up the middle, picks up about 4 yards on the play before he slides down. He knows how to slide. It's good to see that he knows how to slide, especially against a defense of this nature who is going to hurt when they hit you. So he slides down after about 4-yard gain, makes it. They gave him a 2-yard gain. Okay. So it's 2nd and 8 somehow. I guess they say he started to slide after 2 yards. So 2nd and 8 from the 25-yard line for the Buffalo Bills. Allen again, shotgun. 4 wide receivers, 2 top, 2 to the bottom. Handoff is to McCoy. McCoy that has a couple juke moves, gets it out to the 35-yard line for the first down. Going to be first down for Buffalo at the 35 after a gain of about 10 on the play. 3:44 to go in the first quarter. Buffalo has the ball, 1st and 10, trailing Houston 7-0 after 2 Ray McLeod fumbles. 1 we recovered on the opening kickoff. The second one on the punt we were unable to recover, and Houston was able to take that in for the score on a short field. So 1st and 10 for Buffalo at the 35-yard line. Allen under center. Handoff to McCoy, and McCoy gets nowhere on that one. So it's going to be 2nd down and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. These the refs from the Browns game. I'm not sure, but it definitely looked like he had 4 yards and not 2 on that play. But that's okay. You know what? We got the first down, so that's all that matters. 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Buffalo trailing 7-0 to Houston. Both teams 2-3, looking to go to 500 here after this game. 2nd and 10. Buffalo comes out. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. McCoy in the backfield, Allen in shotgun with them. 2 wide receivers top of the screen. We have Clay coming in motion, goes back up to the top. Another run to McCoy on 2nd and 10. McCoy picks up about 2 yards on the play. I'm pretty sure that's 2 yards that time. We'll see what the refs say about that. But it's going to be, if it is 2 yards, that means it's going to be 3rd and 8. Again, we were able to get first down this drive, but we need more sustainable drives here. Give our defense time to rest. Give our defense decent field position to have time to get off the field. But thank you for joining me on Believers Talk again. My name is Joe. If you are new to this channel, hit that share button. Share this. Let the people know we are live for reaction and play-by-play. Subscribe to this channel. We will be live for every Buffalo Bills game this season, and we do live streams throughout the week. And also like this video, comment, and we'll chat back and forth. Allen in shotgun on 3rd down, and he gets sacked. We had a linebacker blitz come in, and he avoided the linebacker blitz, but then went down fast. McKinney with the credited for the sack. So it's going to be 4th and 12 for Buffalo. Again, they sent some linebackers in. Buffalo had, they had 6 men coming. We only had 5 on the line, so we couldn't block everybody. And McKinney comes in, gets the sack. So 4th and 12 for Buffalo at the 31-yard line. Going to be punting it away again. The first punt for Briones was stopped inside the 5-yard line. This one obviously won't, well, maybe it will be that good, I hope. But big punt by Briones. Caught inside the 20, gets it, returns it to the 20-yard line. So a huge punt, great punt. And then was that Irvin for Houston, who returns that back to the 20-yard line. So Watson come back out on the field, already up 7-0 after a Hopkins touchdown pass for about 13 yards. Make it 7-0 after a Ray McLeod fumble. So it's 7-0 Houston. Houston just got the ball back, and they will be starting with the ball 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line. So not the greatest start if you're a Bills fan. Couple first downs on offense is good to see. So we are moving the ball a little bit better than we did last week and in other weeks. But again, punting it away. Really, it's that turnover. That's the big difference in this game right now. Hopefully, that's the last turnover of this game for the Bills. And we'll see if we can come back here. Again, Houston's offense, 4th ranked in the league. We've gone 14 games in a row without allowing a 300-yard passer, though. So that's something to keep an eye on as well. But again, we need to be able to score points to get back in this game. But already down 7-0. We'll go over some scores here from around the league. Buffalo down 7-0. Atlanta's still up on Tampa Bay, 7-6. Cincy has scored against Pittsburgh to go up 7-0 on a Tyler Boyd. Tyler Boyd's having a great season. After last year helping the Bills out, Tyler Boyd's actually having a good season this year. Tyler Boyd touchdown by Andy Dalton, thrown by Andy Dalton to go up 7-0 on Pittsburgh in that game. Chargers still up 7-0 on Cleveland. Miami up 7-0 on Chicago. Minnesota's up 7-3 on Arizona. Minnesota also has the ball in the red zone in that game. The Jets are up 10-7 on Indianapolis. Seattle's up 7-0 on Oakland. Washington is up 7-0 on Carolina, and they have the ball in the red zone, so it looks like they might score again. But yeah, how about that? Washington, back and forth. You don't know what to make of them so far this season, as they actually are going to be trying to get to 3-2, as they have already had their bye week. Trying to go 3-2 on the season, and that would actually lead the NFC North. So my lunch is getting cold. Thanks. I know. This is more exciting than lunch, though. So, I'll eat when I eat. Yeah, a couple big flags in this game so far. Dukas with a false start on that first drive really killed us. We all know how much I love Dukas, so I was very happy about that. You have Derek Anderson talking to Josh Allen right now, which, again, Derek Anderson's on the inactive list today, of course, because, we just signed him this week. But just to have him there is so huge. I'm so excited about that. Just to have him there, be able to talk to Josh Allen on the sideline, and be able to go over plays together. So 1st and 10 for Houston. Deshaun Watson under center at the 20-yard line. You got 4 wide receivers set. You have one of the tight ends from the bottom of the screen goes into motion. Fake handoff to Miller. Time in the pocket. Again, if he has time, he's going to find someone. Cutie had the ball. It was broken up by, it looks like, Raphael Bush at the last second. So that's incomplete. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 for Houston. 1:10 to go in the first quarter. They're showing highlights of the Cincinnati score. So Cincinnati 4-1, up 7-0 on Pittsburgh. They're saying that's the best start for them since 2015. Watson under center again. You have Miller in the backfield. Handoff is to Miller, and Edmonds comes up and makes the hit. He is able to fall forward basically for a 2-yard gain. So it's going to be 3rd and 8 for the Houston Texans. Again, a huge spot here where the Buffalo Bills can get off the field on 3rd down and possibly get decent field position back if they force the punt here. So Buffalo again, 3rd and 8, 44 seconds to go in the first quarter. They will have to get one more playoff in this quarter at least, if this is incomplete. Looks like it's a false start on Houston, so it's going to put them back even further. So it's going to make it 1st and 13. Number 73 false start. So a couple more flags already in this game than we're used to in Bills games. The past 2 Bills games, we actually only had, I think, 8 flags in each of them or something like that. Less than 10 in both games. So a couple more flags in this game than we're used to. It was Fulton with the false start. Brings up 3rd and 13. With 25 seconds to go in the first quarter. So already 6 flags in this game, 3 for each team. Watson in shotgun. You have 3 wide receivers top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Here comes a delayed blitz. Watson gets hit hard and the ball goes incomplete. And there is a flag on the play, late flag on the play. Looks like they're going to get White again with holding or possibly pass interference. Again, by the time the ball got there, there was no contact. So yeah, so it's the 2nd holding penalty on White. So we really need to make sure he's not holding out of breaks. White does not agree with the call, but I don't know if they're going to show a replay of it. Yeah, there's definitely holding. He grabs his arm as he's getting ready to break and holds him. So yeah, that's definitely a holding on White. We need him not to do that. We know Hopkins is going to be a tough out over there. As far as guarding him, but you cannot give free first downs. That was 3rd and 13, and now with a 5-yard penalty, they get the ball 1st and 10. I hate that. Miller with a big run here. Looks like he's going to pick up about 17 yards on the play, get the ball to the 38-yard line as we end the first quarter. That was not Miller, that was Blue, I'm sorry. Blue with the run for about 17 yards. Gets the ball to the 38-yard line. So at the end of the first quarter, the Houston Texans are up 7-0, and they are driving again. 3rd and 13, you get a 5-yard penalty to give them a first down. You can't have that happen. Would Hopkins have caught the ball if he wasn't held? Who knows, But you just can't give up stinking penalties like that to give them first downs. We've stopped ourselves from getting first downs on our first possession of the game. We stopped ourselves, and then we give them penalties to give them first downs. We're gifting them this game. Currently, the fumble is why they scored, is because they got the ball deep inside Buffalo territory, and they capitalizing at 7 points. We're penalizing ourselves. We're giving them first downs. We're penalizing ourselves. We're stopping our own drives. The Bills are killing themselves in this first quarter, and it's just driving me nuts right now. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. We could be in this game right now. We are in this game right now. We need to tighten up. Read some of your comments. We'll go through some scores. So I'm pretty decent at commentating. Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you for joining us on Believers Talk. Again, if you're new to Believers Talk, welcome. My name is Joe. Hit that subscribe button. We do go live for every single Buffalo Bills game. I will not be live for that Monday Night Football game, and I will not be live for the Jaguars game, as I will be at that game. I'll go live with some commentary during that game at some points probably, but I can't obviously be live while I am there. I could, but I want to have some fun. So I will not be going live for that game either. But again, we will be live for every other single game. The Monday following the game, we give you a live recap, a post-game recap of the game the night before. And then Thursday, during Thursday Night Football at halftime, I get on here, go live to give you a preview of the game coming up. So you can see me live at least 3 times a week. And again, if any Bills news happens during the week, I will go live during those things as well to let you know what happens. So Buffalo really killing themselves here. Usually YouTube has terrible mofos. Well, thank you. Again, thank you for the compliment. I try to do my best. I need to remember sometimes to take a drink while I'm talking. That helps a lot, but I sometimes forget to do that. So I'll go through some scores as we're waiting for the second quarter to start. Houston up 7-0 on Buffalo at the end of the first quarter. You got Atlanta up 7-6 on Tampa Bay still. Cincy up 7-0 on Pittsburgh, with that being Thunder, probably a lightning delay there. Chargers up 7-0 on Cleveland. Miami still up 7-0 on Chicago. Minnesota up 10-3 on Arizona. The Jets up 10-7 on Indianapolis. Indianapolis does have the ball in the red zone. Seattle still up 7-0 on Oakland. Washington did score while they were in the end zone to make that game 14-0. A Paul Richardson 2-yard touchdown from Alex Smith. So they're up 14-0 as we get ready to start the second quarter here. Deshaun Watson under center as he has one run back in the backfield. I want to say Miller, but I don't see the numbers, so it could be Miller, it could be Blue. I think Miller's 20, Blue's 28. Texans fans, you can correct me if I'm wrong there. That was 28, so that's Blue with a carry, gets a pitch, gets about 2 yards on the left side. So 2nd and 7, 2nd and 8 here for the Houston Texans. Again, thank you guys for joining me on Believers Talk. Thanks for the compliment. Great commentating. I always like to hear that. I try to give you guys the best coverage I can. Again, unfortunately, cannot show the game. Watson is shotgun on the 2nd and 8. You got Blue to his left. Quick pass out to Hopkins. Hopkins gets nowhere as Bills surround him, and it makes it 3rd and 8. Again, 3rd down and 8. You want to see us be able to get off the field in these situations. Not get a stupid penalty. Please don't get a stupid penalty to extend this drive even longer. We need to get our offense on the field to get Josh Allen in a rhythm. We all know Josh Allen plays better when he's in a rhythm. We've seen that in the Vikings game, and we see how badly he plays when he's not in a rhythm in the Packers game. So, rookie quarterback away from home, we want to try to get him on the field as much as possible. 3rd and 8 for 14 minutes to go in the second quarter. Watson in shotgun. You got run back to his right. 2 wide receivers top of the screen, 1 to the bottom. Watson tries to dump it down after he has time to throw. Starts getting pressured by Williams again. Kyle Williams is having a great game so far. Already has 1.5 sacks. A couple more pressures on top of that. You know, he's able. What happened is Jerry Hughes is going underneath, and Williams is able to go around, and they're double teaming Jerry Hughes, and Williams is getting open to get pressure on Watson. So he tried a quick pass to Blue. The pressure got to him, and it was underthrown. So it's going to bring up 4th and 8. From the 41-yard line. So Houston's going to have to punt. The punt is away. I'm not even sure he's back there for Buffalo as the punt actually bounces out of bounds at the 38-yard line, they said. So not a great punt by Houston. So Buffalo actually will get decent field position. 13:41 to go in the second quarter. The Houston Texans up 7-0 on Buffalo. And Buffalo just getting the ball back. UCF Jaguar, welcome to Believers Talks. Thanks for joining me. Again, for the Jaguars game, I did say I will not be live for the Jaguars game because I will be there. UCF Jaguar, from what he's told me, will be showing that live streaming that game. So I hope I'm not misspeaking UCF. But I did hear that he will be live streaming that game. If you are not already subscribed to his channel, go to his channel, subscribe. It has great content on that channel as well. How much Bills merchandise do you have? A lot. Most of it is like shirts and hats and things like that. But yeah, I have a bunch of Bills merchandise. I tell everyone every year for my birthday and Christmas, I'm like, if you can't think of something, get me something Buffalo Bills. Like, that's all you need to do. Oh yeah, and my cups. I have like 7 Buffalo Bills cups, mugs, you know, things like that. Those freezer mugs you get. So, but yeah, every year for Christmas and for my birthday, I'm like, listen, if you can't think of something, just get me Bills gear. I mean, you can't go wrong there. I started my job 11 years ago. I had to wear collared shirts, button-up collared shirts. So what did I do? I went to BuffaloBills.com, got every single collared shirt they had. That was the first thing I did. So that way it was a collared shirt. I was professional, right? But I was still able to. Then I moved to the suit and tie thing. First thing I did, got a Buffalo Bills tie. You know, it's just, you gotta represent your team. You know what I mean? Well, hey, Myth, you know what? We were all 15 once. When I was 15, I couldn't afford merchandise either. You know, just keep representing the Bills the way you can. That's all that matters, man. You don't, you know, you're not, how big of a fan you are is not determined by how much merchandise you have. You know what I mean? But thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. Again, if you are new, subscribe to this channel. Like or dislike this video. Even if you dislike it, I don't care. You watched, and that's important to me. Thank you for watching. That's what makes me feel good. So, Ray gave up seven what? Oh, gave up 7 points. Right. It was Ray who gave up those 7 points, basically, with that fumble, and we haven't seen him back in the game since. So we'll see if we give him another chance here, because he really hasn't done much this season. I was very excited for Ray McLeod at the beginning of the season, but he hasn't done much. So now he's showing Derek Anderson. 13th NFL season. This is his 4th team. He was selected to the Pro Bowl in 2007. So those are some stats on Derek Anderson. We did go over some of that when we did sign him. I went live to go over some of his career stats. Allen under center. Got 2 wide receivers behind the screen. You got Ivory in the game. You got Benjamin to the top of the screen. Ivory gets the ball. Gets about 2 yards. So it's going to be 2nd and 8 for the Buffalo Bills. I'm sorry, I'm having trouble reading the comments. There we go. I got it now. I figured it out. This whole technology thing. If you've been following me for a while, you know me and technology don't get along too well. So, but I'm trying. But yeah, I mean, keeping McLeod out of the game is not a terrible idea. 2 fumbles on 2 kicks. All right, Allen in shotgun. Quick pass out to McLeod now. So there's McLeod. He doesn't fumble. He actually picks up 2 yards to make it 3rd and 6. So it's going to be about 3rd and 6 from 38-yard line for Buffalo. They're giving him 3 yards, making it 3rd and 5. Again, I don't know if it's me or these officials who are giving away yards like candy at Halloween, which is close to Happy Halloween for everybody. So maybe that's what they're doing here. But 3rd and 5, 12:30 to go in the second quarter. We're currently 1 for 3 on 3rd downs. Buffalo has the ball at the 38-yard line. 7-0 Houston. Allen's in shotgun with Ivory to his right. 2 wide receivers top of the screen. Got wide receiver and Clay to the top of the screen. Clay with the catch and the first down. Big first down there for the Buffalo Bills. Able to move the ball, get it to about the 47-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 with 12:10 to go in the second quarter. Just a quick slant route to Charles Clay, and he's able to have a defender on his waist to carry him for about 2 more yards, pick up the first down. It's going to be 1st and 10 for Buffalo. 11:55 to go in the second quarter. Allen under center. You got McCoy in the backfield with DeMarco. 1 wide receiver set. Fake handoff to McCoy. Blitz coming. J.J. Watt gets rid of it. Has a catch, but it's for no gain. Logan Thomas with the catch as Watt was chasing him down. Allen got rid of it. Was able to get to Logan Thomas, but he was standing on the line of scrimmage towards the sideline, and he just got pushed out of bounds. No one blocks J.J. Watt, which is never a good idea. I'm pretty sure that you should block J.J. Watt. I just think that's a smart play. I don't know about you guys. Maybe I'm getting too analytical here, but blocking J.J. Watt is probably a good idea in the future. I'll talk to Leslie Frazier at halftime about that. Allen in shotgun on 2nd and 10. You got Ivory and McCoy both in the backfield. Fake handoff to Ivory, fake pass to McCoy, and then a quick screen to Charles Clay, who picks up half a yard. Looks like the Texans read that play pretty well. You had McCoy go to the left, looked like he was going to go for a screen, and then you just had Clay kind of back up and turn around, fake screen to the one side, go to the other side. It was like Tinnen just said, it was a really slow developing play, and they were able to stop Clay after about half a yard. So it's going to be 3rd and 9.5 for Buffalo, where it was able to pick up the last 3rd down, but that was 3rd and short. These are situations the Bills don't want to see themselves in. Allen in shotgun, McCoy to his right, 3 wide receivers top of the screen, Benjamin all by himself at the bottom, looking to the top of the screen, finding, Zay Jones was there, incomplete pass, broken up by number 24 of Houston. I can't see his name. So it's going to be 4th and 9 for Buffalo. Again, able to move the ball to about midfield, but unable to do anything after that. That was Joseph for Houston on the coverage. But unable to do anything after that. I'm happy that this time it wasn't penalties that killed us as we get ready to punt. Hopefully we can nail it back inside the 20 again. That really helped us out on the last drive. The punt is blocked. So it's a blocked punt by Houston. Picked up and taking to the 22-yard line. So that's the first blocked punt the Bills have allowed this season. However, it sets up Houston 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. So again, we are giving this game away, not by defense at all, but because we are not able to recover field punts correctly and unable to block correctly on this punt. Leads to a punt block. Looks like it was number 50 for Houston who got the punt block. So it looks like Houston's going to go up 2 scores here again. We're outscored 70-6 in the 3 games we've lost this year. And so we need to try to stay in these games. Let's see how our defense does as Houston has the ball 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line. Quick backwards pass to Hopkins. Hopkins throws it, and it's overthrown. They tried to do what the Giants did with Odell Beckham and Saquon Barkley just last week. Deshaun Watson threw it behind him to Hopkins. The safety was actually there. I think it was pretty decent coverage as the safety. It looks like Hyde did a good job sticking with his coverage as Blue was coming around. That was not Hyde. That was actually Bush. Bush did a good job sticking with his coverage. That would have had to be a perfectly thrown ball for Blue or Miller to catch it, whoever was in the game. I think it might have been Miller to catch that ball. So a little trickery by the Texans. Does not work. Goes 2nd and 10. You got Watson coming in shotgun. Hands the ball off to Miller right away. We stop him in the backfield, unable to tackle him. But as he's dancing around, White comes up and makes the tackle at the 26-yard line. So here we go again. 3rd and long. We have a chance to stop him to a field goal after a blocked punt. We need to stop them here. Great defense, great job, but we need to stop them on 3rd down. No defensive holding, no stupid penalties. Stop them here on 3rd down. Force them to try a field goal here. Third and 15, Watson in shotgun formation. 9:30 to go here in the 2nd quarter. With the Houston Texans already up on the Buffalo Bills 7-0. Remember, Houston gets the ball to start the 2nd half. Hughes coming around the edge. They do get the pass off to Hopkins. Hopkins is short of the 1st down, gets to about the 15-yard line. I'm okay with that. That is exactly what I want. I'm okay with a little dump down, stopping them short, making them kick the field goal, go up 10-0. That's fine. Good job by this defense. Get off the field and force them to kick that field goal. We've seen kickers this year, again, have trouble. We just had trouble punting the ball. So, giving the 2 turnovers where they were on the field, going down 10-0. Again, the Bills, yes, it looks like the Bills want to lose this game the way it's going. However, we do have to give the defense credit for stepping up and forcing them to try a field goal here. And the field goal is good. So the Houston Texans, with 8:33 to go in the 1st half, the Houston Texans do go up 10-0 on the Buffalo Bills. Sorry, guys, I'm messing with my screen here. All right. Go up 10-0 on the Buffalo Bills with 4:30 to go in the 1st half. Again, Buffalo's going to get the ball here. I would love to see Buffalo score on this drive. Just got a text message that I'm reading, guys, so I apologize. But yeah, the Bills are down 10-0 as we are going to get ready to get the ball back. I'll give you some score updates from around the league here. Buffalo down 10-0, of course. Atlanta is up 14-6 on Tampa Bay. Atlanta had a Ito Smith 14-yard touchdown run to go up 14-6 on Tampa Bay in that game. Pittsburgh did score to make it 7-7. We have a James Conner 1-yard touchdown run. Who needs Le'Veon Bell? Chargers are now up 7-3 on Cleveland as they got a field goal to go up to cut into that deficit. Now down 7-3. Excuse me. Miami is still up 7-0 on Chicago. Minnesota is still up 10-3 on Arizona. Indianapolis is now up 13 or now I guess did they get 2 field goals here? Yeah, 2 field goals make it 13-10 on the Jets. And Seattle is now up 14-0 on Oakland. David Moore, 19-yard touchdown pass. So they're up 14-0 on Oakland. And Washington is still up 14-0 on Carolina. So those are some scores from around the league. Again, Buffalo down 10-0 off a turnover and a block punt. And that's the truth of it. Truth of it is this game should be 0-0. Off a block punt and a turnover, the Bills are now down 10-0. So, hope things can improve. I really hope things can improve here as the Bills are getting set to get the ball. And again, I would love to see this Bills offense move. I mean, the Bills offense has done a pretty decent job moving the ball to midfield, but then they just, on the first drive, they moved it to Houston territory. Two false start penalties makes it 2nd and 3rd and long, and then we can't convert. And then, our last drive, we were able to get to midfield and then just unable to punch it in. So we'd love to see us be able to punch in the ball, even if we just get a field goal, get some points, get some positive energy flowing as we go into halftime. with 8:33 left to go in the first half. Buffalo down 10-0. Have a good drive here, a good 5-minute drive or something like that to get us some points prior to halftime. Because again, Houston gets the ball to start the second half, and the last thing we can afford to do is not score on this drive, let them score even a field goal on the next drive, and then score to start the second half. Then all of a sudden, again, we're down 3 scores, and it just looks like we're unable to come back at that point. So ball goes back behind the end zone, so out of the end zone. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Buffalo at the 25-yard line. This will actually be our best starting position of the game so far. Play selection so far, we've run 6 running plays to 12 passes. So it looks like, again, we're leaning more on the pass play. Maybe, again, doing what I said in the beginning, trying to start passing the ball to open up the rush. We do need to run the ball more, obviously. Allen's 7 for 11 for 44 yards, better than last week. But we need to see improvement here for the Buffalo Bills. Time of possession is pretty much even at this point. Total yards isn't that bad. We've only allowed 83 yards, 59 for Buffalo, and that's indicative of how the Bills play. Good defense, but those turnovers killed us. First down pass is to Kelvin Benjamin. Kelvin Benjamin makes the catch, gets the ball to a 30-yard line for a 5-yard gain. So it's going to be 2nd and 5 for the Bills. They say he stretches out it's going to be 2nd and 6, but he definitely stretches out prior to his knee being down to get to the 30, and they still say 2nd and 6. I just don't. Are these refs blind? Is my question. They're missing yards here and there. They're giving yards here and there. Like, who decides that? But yeah, it's going to be 2nd and 6, 7:50 to go. McCoy with a run up the middle to about the 32-yard line. Bring up a short 3rd down, which are the situations we need to be in on 3rd downs. Need to be in those short and manageable situations where running and passing are both options. Good to see Benjamin involved in the pass game a little bit as he gets his first catch of the game for statistically 4 yards, even though it was 5. So it's going to be 3rd and 2, 7.5 minutes to go in this second quarter. Buffalo again trailing 10-0 off fumble by Raymond McLeod, giving the Texans great field position, and then a block punt again, giving the Texans great field position. Our defense able to stop into a field goal on the last drive. Allen in shotgun. We got 2 wide receivers in Clay to the bottom of the screen. Allen's going to try to take off and run for it. He actually drags number 59 with him for 3 yards. There's a flag down. So Allen picks up the first down. We'll see if it sticks. The Bills are walking backwards, the announcer says, so it's not going to stick. So it's going to be 3rd and long. Got holding on Buffalo. Another penalty. Killing us every single drive. Every drive killing us. On Bodine this time. Every single drive, it looks like we're doing something productive and something happens. Something kills us. And it's just ridiculous. Now, they're going to show it here. So now it's 3rd and 12, 7 minutes to go. So forget that first down as we have a 5th penalty of this game already. Drops us back to the 23-yard line. So now 3rd and 12. We have Ivory in the backfield with Allen from shotgun formation. Allen has time to throw, but then it's quickly sacked by J.J. Watt. Drops him back to the 12-yard line. That's going to be J.J. Watt's 7th sack of the season. Allen had time to start there. I'm not gonna blame. I think that was Dukas who was on Watt that time. He had decent pocket time, but then Watt's able to grab his feet and sack him. No, it's actually Miller who's there. So Watt with a sack. Again, that's his 7th of the year. So now we're going to punt from the 11 or 12-yard line on 4th and 23. Killed us. We had a first down. Oh, there's another flag. Great punt, by the way, but it's not going to flippin' matter. The flag's at the line of scrimmage, so it'll be interesting to see what it is. Maybe it's on Houston. Houston does have 3 flags themselves so far this game, so I'm not saying that they're not getting calls against them, but it looks like it might be illegal formation. This is what might be. On a punt. Illegal formation on a punt. If that's the call, I might flip out. This is me calling. Holding on the offense. So after a great punt that bounces down to the 30-yard line, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. We got a penalty, half the distance to go. We have to punt again. We're not going to get points before the first half ends because they're going to get the ball here and they're going to score. They're going to score. So now this game's going to easily be 13-0, if not worse. Maybe our defense has done good. So, you know what, we'll see. So Bjorges is back for another punt. 4th and 29 from he's punting from the back of the end zone. So yeah, the ball's on the 6-yard line. His back leg is in the back of the end zone. Another punt. Good punt. Forces him back to the 35-yard line. Our coverage gets down there. They get to the 40. So good punt. Wasted 10 yards on the holding, however, because it could have been at the 30-yard line, if not further down. I don't know where it stopped now, but here we go, guys. Let's see if our defense can step up. Gotta see if our defense can step up. At commercial break, Houston's up 10-0 on Buffalo. Houston just got the ball back at their own 40-yard line. So they're in decent field position again. But again, both of their scores, they're already in Bill's side of the ball when they scored them. You know, the first drive they scored on, they started at, I think, the 35, if not closer than that. And the second drive, they started at second to 22. We stopped them to a field goal. So the defense is playing pretty well, but still 10-0 with 5:49 to go in the first half. Atlanta is now up 21-6 on Tampa Bay. Got a touchdown by Austin Hooper, a 9-yard touchdown pass from Matt Ryan. So they're up 21-6. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati still tied at 7. Cleveland still down on the LA Chargers. Chargers 7, Cleveland 3. Cleveland has the ball. Miami still up 7-0 on Chicago. Minnesota still up 10-3 on Arizona. The Jets and Colts. The Colts have 13. Jets have 10. Seattle still up 14-0 on Oakland. And Washington is still up 14-0 on Carolina. So those are the scores around the league. All of those in the second quarter, about midway through. And the Buffalo Bills down here 10-0 with about 5.5 to go in the first half. So, again, the Bills killing themselves with penalties, killing themselves with turnovers, killing themselves on the block punt. It just is not going well for Buffalo to start off this game. You know, give the Texans credit for J.J. Watt's sack, forcing the 4th and long. Hopkins has the touchdown catch. But other than the touchdown catch, he really hasn't done much in this game so far. So I think we have to give White a good job. You know, White's been called for two defensive holding penalties, both of them in situations where the Bills defense could have got off the field. One of them, I think, was on a 3rd and 13, where we could have got off the field, given the 5-yard penalty. But again, you wonder if he doesn't make those holds, does Hopkins catch the ball? So, you know, those are questions you can ask, but still not good to see, as the Bills have done really well with penalties this year, at least the last 2 weeks. But all right, Houston with the ball. Watson under center. They have Hopkins top of the screen. Handoff goes to, is that Blue or Miller? It's Miller. Miller gets about 8 yards on first down, so it's going to bring up 2nd and 2. Getting close to midfield now at their own 48-yard line. 5:30 to go in the second quarter and count. Fake handoff. Lots of time to throw. Going deep. Fuller, just long of Fuller. So Fuller's unable to make the catch. So it's going to be 3rd and 2. I think he had him. Fuller definitely had a step on Hyde. But the throw is just long, luckily. And so it's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for Houston. Yeah, I mean, Micah Hyde did a good job coming over, but I'm not sure. Like, if Watson puts that ball in the right spot, it's at least a catch, if not a touchdown. So Watson's in shotgun. Got run back to his left. 2 wide receivers top of the screen. 3rd and 2. 5:11 left to go in the second quarter. Watson goes back to pass. Pressure getting to Watson. Watson's able to scramble away from it. Milano could not get to Watson. Oh, well, Milano was able to trip him up, but however, he was able to run he was able to fall down for the first down. So Milano was spying Watson. Watson's able to run away from the initial pressure, runs to the left, and Milano's there. Milano closes pretty good. Able to get his feet. However, Watson's able to stumble forward for 2 yards to pick up the first down. So first down, Houston. Going to be 1st and 10, 4:45. Looks like Murphy got hurt on the play. Trent Murphy is walking gingerly off the field with the help of a trainer, so that's not good for the Buffalo Bills as he comes off the field. Looks like he's all right, though. Might need taped up before halftime. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. 4:35 to go in the second quarter. Again, Houston just picks up that first down. Already got 10-0 on Buffalo. 1st and 10 for Houston. In Buffalo territory now at the 49-yard line. You got Watson under center, wide receiver to top and bottom of the screen. Handoff goes to Blue. Blue picks up another 8-9 yards before he's tackled. I'm sorry, that's Miller. 26-28. It's hard to tell the difference sometimes. So Miller gets about 8 or 9 on that play. So they are now picking up chunk yards in the running game, which is something the Bills normally don't allow so far this season. So it's going to be 2nd and 1 from the 40-yard line. Again, under center. This time a run to Miller again. This time he stopped in the backfield by Phillips, who we just picked up 2 weeks ago. We just acquired him. He's done a great job, I thought, between last week and this week stepping in. But 3:40 to go in the first half. 10-0 Houston already. This offense cannot win games, and that's why we need to keep this within a 2-score game to think that we realistically have a chance in this one, no matter what it takes. So 3:30 to go. 3rd and 1 for Houston at about the 41-yard line of Buffalo. Huge down here. They're going to run it again, and this time they pick up the first down. They don't get much. They only get about 2 yards on the play before Blue is stopped. However, that's going to be enough for the first down. So the clock's going to tick down below 3 minutes to go in the first half. At this point, we really need to look to stop the Houston Texans from scoring on this drive, especially scoring a touchdown. Going down 17-0, going into halftime with the Texans getting the ball would be very hard to come back from for this offense. But we'll see what happens here as Houston has the ball. Watson under center at 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. We got Blue in the backfield. Fake handoff to Blue. Watson to Hopkins. Hopkins with the catch inside the 25-yard line. So it's going to be 1st and 10 again for Houston. Watson's 8 for 11 for 88 yards and a touchdown. What happened to the rookie linebacker? You're talking about Edmonds? Edmonds for Buffalo. He's not doing too bad. He's had a couple good tackles in this game so far. But that's pretty much it. I mean, they haven't blitzed him yet in this game that I've seen. They haven't blitzed him one time. They should. Because I think Edmonds has better closing speed than most linebackers in the NFL. And he would be able to close on Watson pretty quickly. Especially on that 3rd and 2 where Milano was there. I think if that would have been Edmonds, it would have been a different story. He did call, yeah. So you're talking about Edmonds. Edmonds was the one who caused the fumble last week. He's actually not doing that bad. Again, we haven't blitzed him yet in this game, and he's been decent. There was one play over the middle that I feel like to Cutie that I feel like he was too far underneath for. That Cutie was able to go over top of him on a 3rd down and pick up the first down. But he hasn't done too bad so far this game. Basically, the Bills' only issue in this game should be Ray McLeod. Honestly, like a block punt, those things are going to happen from time to time. It sucks, but we need to be able to rebound from that. The defense did a great job stopping them to a field goal. But you're talking about Ray McLeod, those 2 fumbles already in this game. One, we were able to get back on the first kickoff of the game, but then that punt fumbled. You start with the ball at the 30-yard line. Obviously, you're going to score points. And with a team like Houston, you're talking about Hopkins, you're talking about Fuller, you're talking about Cutie, you're talking about Miller, you're talking about Blue. And you have a guy like Deshaun Watson who can get them the ball, they're going to score points. And they got in the end zone, make it 7-0 at that point. Add the field goal afterwards to make it 10-0. But I actually don't think the defense has done that bad of a job, other than a couple penalties by White on Hopkins, which is probably going to happen. I mean, Hopkins is, again, the best receiver in the NFL at this point statistically. And so it's not hard to see, and White gives up a height advantage to Hopkins too. So it makes it a little bit tougher when the guy, I think it's only 2 or 3 inches. However, when you're talking about a wide receiver and cornerback, 2 to 3 inches is a big deal. So we are at commercial break. So I will give you some score updates. I did see that there were some different scores, so I'll look at those real quick. Since I went over that thing, I might not be able to get through all of them. But Houston's up 10-0 at the 2-minute warning. Atlanta had scored another touchdown to go up 21-6. Atlanta scored. It was Austin Hooper with a 9-yard touchdown. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati still 7-7. The Chargers are now up 14-3 on the Browns with a Terrell Williams 45-yard touchdown pass. Got Miami still up 7-0. Arizona has tied Minnesota at 10 with a defensive fumble recovery. Bubba Baker with a 36-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown in that game. So that game is 10-10. The Jets are up 17-13 on the Colts. As we get back to Buffalo, I'll get back to the other scores if at worst at halftime. So Buffalo, Houston has the ball. Deshaun Watson under center, hands the ball off to Miller, again, gets 8 yards. So we're giving up chunk run play yards up the middle, which we're normally not doing in these games, giving them 6, 7, 8 yards. So with 1:45 to go in the first half, they have the ball 2nd and 2 at the 17-yard line. So Watson at shotgun, we got 2 wide receivers bottom of the screen, 1 to the top, running back with them. Tight end goes out for a pass as well. We do get to Watson. He fumbles the ball. The ball's out. Wow. The ball's out, and no one realized it other than Watson. Everyone's down at Watson's legs, basically, and Watson's looking around for the ball because he knows the ball's out. Kyle Williams, a big game so far. Kyle Williams causes the fumble. Everyone's at the bottom of the pile. Teron Johnson sees the ball, but by the time he gets there from his position, he cannot jump on it. Houston jumps on the ball. Big break for Houston. They do lose a bunch of yards, makes it 3rd and 14 from the 28-yard line. Now Watson in shotgun formation. Watson's going to get... Oh, no. Watson's able to get away from the sack, buys some time, and throws an interception. I don't know why you're not... Take a knee in the end zone. What is your problem? Wow. So Watson almost gets sacked, pulls away from the pressure, is able to get away, throws the ball into the end zone, and I don't know if he didn't see Poyer there, but Poyer's right there. It looked like the pass was almost to Poyer, and he gets the interception for Buffalo. Huge break for the Bills, as it looked like the Texans were getting ready to score at least a field goal to get that interception with 39 seconds left to go in the first half. The Bills are still down 10-0, but now the Bills get the ball at the 20-yard line. Looks like we'll probably just... we're at commercial break right now, but it looks like we'll just take a knee going to halftime. 39 seconds with this offense. We don't have time to do much in this game, but huge break for the Bills. Even though we're still down 10-0, to not allow points on that drive, this defense is doing the best they can to keep us in this game. Maybe now's the time where we think about possibly trying to get a defensive score to get us really back into this game, because this offense, again, is getting shut out in the first half. This might be, I think this is the third game where we've been shut out in the first half. We got the Baltimore game, Chargers game, we scored points. But yeah, you got the Baltimore game, got obviously in the Minnesota game, we scored points, the Packers game, and now this game. So this would be the third game where we didn't score points in the first half. Because we scored points in the first half last week. So, because we were up 7-6 at halftime last week. So yeah, so this will be a third game where we will not score points before halftime. And that's not, we're sick. So 50% of our games we're not scoring points in the first half. That's not good. And again, this is just, how can we come back if we don't have an offense that can put us in the end zone? Even last week we had 1 touchdown. So I don't know, guys. Yes, I get it, and we have to all agree. Like, our offense is still really young. I'm gonna give them time. I'm not saying that this is over. I mean, according to most people, we're rebuilding this year anyway. So we'll see what happens next year, or let's see what happens in this year. Week 10, let's say, or week 12. But I do think the Derek Anderson signing is huge for so many different reasons. I saw Mark Clayton say that we should start Derek Anderson. I don't think we're going to go that far, but just to just to have someone to kind of mentor Josh Allen is huge. It looks like Deshaun Watson's getting worked on at the sidelines. He got hit pretty hard right after he threw that interception as well. So Allen isn't shotgun. I don't know why. Again, 39 seconds. He's going to pass the ball out to McCoy in the flat. So McCoy's going to get credit for a catch, but he's going to get a 4-yard loss. He's going to get a 4-yard loss, and that's going to take us to halftime. So, but yeah, Watson is getting looked at on the sideline there. It looks like they're looking at his knee. I'm not sure why. Almost looked like they were just trying to clean off his jersey. So I don't know what's going on there. 2nd and 13. Again, the clock's still running, so I really don't think we're not gonna run another play. Houston will receive the second half kickoff. Halftime of this game between the Bills and Houston Texans. The Bills are losing to the Texans 10-0, and the Texans will receive the kick to start the second half. We'll go over some stats here in a little bit. To go over some of the halftime stats, I'll run through some of the scores as well. Initial thoughts so far of this game. I really think the Bills have a chance in this game. We're at halftime. We're down 10-0, but if our defense keeps playing the way they're playing, that gives us a chance to win this game. Obviously, our offense needs to do better. J.J. Watt has a sack to give him 7 for the season, which will give him the lead at this moment. I'm not sure if the people he was tied with, maybe T.J. Watt over for Pittsburgh, if he's got a sack or not. But gives him 7 for the season. Kyle Williams having a big game so far with a sack and a half. Actually, you're going to give him that half sack on the strip fumble sack. So he has at least 2 sacks, if not 2.5 sacks, with a forced fumble. So he's having a huge game so far. So I think Tre'Davious White's actually doing a decent job on Hopkins. Hopkins obviously has that touchdown catch, a couple holding calls on White, but I think he's doing a decent job. So again, 10-0, Buffalo down at halftime. Houston receives the ball to start the second half. But we've been getting pressure on Deshaun Watson, not letting him extend too many plays. There were a couple that scared me. That long pass to Fuller that was just overthrown. And where he was able to scramble. Milano did get to him after he was able to pick up 2 or 3 yards for the first down. Those were called plays that I was scared about, but it looks like we didn't do too bad on covering those. They did try a trick play, the same play that the Giants ran, where Odell threw it to Barkley, I think it was last week. They tried that play where they threw it backwards to Hopkins. Hopkins tried to throw it to Blue or Miller, I forget. Again, if you're Texans fans, I apologize. 28-26, I believe, are both their numbers, so it's hard to see sometimes which one's on the field. I think it was Miller, just overshot him, but I think there was good coverage by Bush on the play as well, so it was good to see that. But 10-0 Houston Texans at the half. Again, if you are new, welcome to Believers Talk. My name is Joe. We are here for every single Buffalo Bills game, giving you the live stream or live play-by-play reaction. We cannot show the game due to YouTube copyright restrictions. They would shut down my channel. But we're also here on Monday for a live reaction show, recapping the game from the previous day. For the Monday Night Football game, obviously it will be on Tuesday, but and then on Thursday during halftime of the Thursday Night Football game, I am here to pregame the Bills game coming up that week, to pregame that and see how we will do. 3 keys to victory. I give like an injury summary for the injury report as well. And then I come on here at 12:30 for all the 1 o'clock games. Get on here a half hour before kickoff. That way we can talk a little bit before the game starts and give you my 3 keys to victory. Give you my bold predictions for the game. This game, my bold prediction was 24-20 Buffalo. It does not look good for that. And then the over-under was 40, and I said pick the over. And it doesn't look good for that, 24-20. So I think, yeah, the over was 40, and I picked the over. So it doesn't look good there either. But again, it's just the first half, 10-0. Looks like Baker might have gotten hurt. Baker Mayfield, maybe. I don't know. I'm just watching some highlights. But yeah, that's what I said. So we'll get on here about half an hour early so we could talk keys to victory, give you my score prediction for the game, and some other injury notes and things like that. I'll go through some of the halftime scores. before I get into the stats of this game, as the Bills are down 10-0 to the Texans at halftime. Texans set to receive the second half kickoff. So got Atlanta up on Tampa Bay 21-6. They're still got 2 minutes to go in the first half there. You got a Cameron Bratt Tampa Bay touchdown to start off the scoring. They missed the extra point. Mohamed Sanu, Ido Smith, and Austin Hooper, all with touchdowns for Atlanta to make that game 21-0. Any ideas on Kelvin Benjamin pertaining to his injury? I haven't seen or heard anything about Kelvin Benjamin. He has that one catch earlier in this game for 4 yards. He went off the field late, but they haven't said anything about it, so I'm not sure. Hey, Fox 87, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Always glad to have you in the live stream. So thanks for joining me. Buffalo currently down 10-0. I'm sure you've probably been watching. Little not so great of a first half for our offense. Really 2 big special teams plays. The reason why we're down 10-0. Fumble on a punt return by Ray McLeod, and then the blocked punt, giving them good field position. Our defense did a great job stopping the 3 points. So that's pretty much the scoring in this game. Again, Atlanta up 21-6 on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. You got Pittsburgh, since he's still tied at 7. Pittsburgh is in the red zone. Looks like they have the ball first and goal at the 1 with 1:45 in the first half there. The Chargers are now up 14-3 on Cleveland after a Tyrell Williams 45-yard touchdown from Phillip Rivers. Miami's still up 7-0 on Chicago. Arizona and Minnesota are tied at 10 with 1:36 left to go in that first half. And then the Indianapolis Colts are now trailing the New York Jets 17-13 after a Terrell Pryor 7-yard touchdown pass from Sam Darnold. So 17-13 Jets over the Colts with 1:29 to go. Jets have the ball 4th and 18 at the 30. Seattle now up 14-0 on Oakland. And Washington, probably the surprise of the day so far, Washington's up 17-6 on Carolina after Funchess has a 23-yard touchdown from Cam Newton. However, Gano misses the extra point after making a 63-yarder last week. He misses the extra point here. So they're down 17-6, and that game's going to halftime as well. So those are the scores currently around the league. Again, now Tampa Bay's in the red zone with less than a minute and a half. And Pittsburgh is in the red zone with less than 2 minutes to go in that first half. So I'll keep you posted as best I can. Let's get into the statistics from the first half of the Buffalo Bills Houston Texans game. Not much on offense for either team really at this point. The scoring is Hopkins has a 13-yard touchdown pass from Deshaun Watson after they start with the ball, I believe, at like the 35-yard line of Buffalo. And then a Houston field goal by Fairbairn to give them the 10-0 lead after, again, a blocked punt. As Fox 87 said, bad mistakes by the Bills leading to 10 points for Houston, and those are really the only points in the game so far. So you look at Buffalo, Allen's 9 for 13 for 45 yards. He's been sacked twice. McCoy has 5 rushes for 20 yards. Chris Ivory and Josh Allen both have 1 carry for 2 yards. Need to see those carries get up a little bit further. Obviously, our offense has not been on the field all that much. However, we still need to see better run-to-pass ratio if we think we have a chance to win this game. LaShawn McCoy, 5 for 20. That's a 4 yards per clip average. Again, that's going to move the chains for you every single time. Obviously, in today's league, you want to see more than 4 yards per carry. But 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. I'll take a first down every time, guys. That's all I'm saying. Charles Clay is leading our receivers with 4 catches for 20 yards. LaShawn McCoy has 2 catches for 19. Benjamin 1 for 4. McLeod has 1 for 2. And Logan Thomas has 1 for no yards. Tyron Jones has a kick return for 21 yards. Ray McLeod has a kick return for 20 yards that ended in the fumble that was recovered by Houston. Jorges has 3 punts for 148 yards total. Unfortunately, the one was blocked. I don't think there's anything Jorges can do, the punter can do about a punt block. It's more about the line, how they block for you. Tremaine Edmonds, someone asked me about the linebacker earlier. Tremaine Edmonds is actually leading the team in tackles with 3. He has 2 solo, 1 assist. Like I said, Kyle Williams has 2.5 sacks, a forced fumble, 2 tackles. He's having himself a great game. Hey, John, how you doing? Welcome to Believers Talk. Bills defense is looking really good. J.J. Watt is pressuring Allen a little bit, has that 1 sack, of course. It's going to be hard for them to move the ball. It's hard for them to move the ball against every team right now, the way this offense is going. It'd be hard to move the ball against air right now, the way this defense is going. I mean, this offense is going. It's just not looking good. for the Buffalo Bills offense. Going to the Houston side of the ball, Houston stats, you had Deshaun Watson is 8 for 12 for 88 yards, a touchdown and an interception. He's been sacked 3 times. Again, 2.5 sacks by Kyle Williams. That's insane. And then Hopkins is 0 for 1. They tried that trick play a little bit earlier. You got Alfred Blue has 4 rushes for 24 yards. So he's your leading rusher at the moment. You got Lamar Miller, 9 rushes for 20 yards. And then Watson has the 1 rush for 3 yards on a crucial 3rd down to keep that drive alive. Hopkins is your leading receiver. He has 4 catches for 39 yards and a touchdown. Again, minus that touchdown, I would take that. You're talking about 4 for 39. He's leading the league with 118 yards per game so far. We stopped him to 39 in the first half. That's huge. Now, you do talk about those 2 holding penalties on White. Those are not good. But, against a wide receiver like Hopkins, sometimes it's better to hold than it is to give a big play. So, Cutie has 2 catches for 34 yards. Miller has 1 for 9. And Atkins 1 for 6. So that's it for the Houston receivers. Again, Fuller has not done anything. They had the 1 long pass to him that was overthrown, that was incomplete. As far as kicking, Fairbairn is 1 for 1 on field goals, 1 for 1 on extra points. Daniel has 2 punts for 62 yards total. So that's not actually that good. The 1 punt was a shank. So, but he knows that, hey, I can punt wherever I want because Buffalo's offense isn't going to move the ball. So Amari Cooper probably the block, then gets hurt. Yeah. What can you do? So he got hurt. Amari Cooper got hurt in this game? In this game against Seattle, you're saying, John? As far as defending, McKinney is your leading tackler. Houston's leading tackler, 3 tackles and a sack. J.J. Watt has a sack for the Houston Texans. But again, not much going on other than those 2 mistakes by the Bills. We really need to clean up the mistakes on our end to have a chance in this game. Start looking at special teams on our own side of the ball and defense as far as how we're going to score to try to get in this game, especially with Houston starting off with the ball. Initial reactions, again, our defense is playing really well. You got Williams has 2.5 sacks and a forced fumble. Really wish we would have been able to jump on that fumble. However, we did get an interception on that drive anyway, which stopped them from scoring. Our defense is looking really good. We allowed that 1 pass to Hopkins, and that's what led to the score. But again, they start with the ball at Buffalo's 30-yard line. Not much you can do about that. And that was right after our defense stopped them to a 3-and-out, forced, and then they get the fumble. Defense has to go right back on the field. We talked about in a previous stream how demoralizing it must be for a defense to know you did your job. The defense can say they did their job, and yet the special teams screws it up. And now all of a sudden you got to go back on the field. Earlier we talked about the offense and how you do your job, and then the 7 3-and-outs that they had against Green Bay. You do your job. By the time you get back to the sideline, you have to go back on the field. Well, that's exactly what happened here, and they just weren't able to hold the Texans out of the end zone. So again, if you're new, thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. My name is Joe. If you have not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. It will notify you when we go live. We go live at least 3 times a week here, guys. This week we went 4 after the Derek Anderson signing. So you want to make sure you hit that notification bell. Leave a comment or 2. We'll talk back and forth as we've been doing this whole live stream. Like this video. Again, if you feel like disliking it, hey, thanks for watching anyway. That's what I care about is the watches. If you dislike it, though, tell me how I could do better. Someone told me I need a different screen behind me here, something different to liven it up a little bit. So we're looking into that. But right now you got the stadium and the helmet. But there's not much you can say about this game as far as statistics for Buffalo or what Buffalo needs to do. Again, Buffalo's done a decent job moving the ball to midfield. They've had 3 drives where they've been able to move the ball to midfield, with that first drive getting into Texans territory, but unable to do anything. Both having that 1 turnover by both teams. Obviously, the Bills' turnover came at the end of the half, so not much we could do there. But that's where Houston gets their 1 score. Look at the offensive stats. Not much going on in this game for either offense. So helmet to helmet, that always stinks. Did Seattle get called for a penalty, or were they just like, it's Seattle? There's been some ticky-tackers in this one, John. Some ticky-tack fouls called in this one. But my biggest issue with the refs so far in this half is the fact that they just seem to be adding and taking. I don't know who's spotting the ball is beyond me, because they're not doing a great job spotting the ball for either team. Like, they're just either that or my eyes are that horrible, which is also possible. But Allen had a 4-yard rush. They gave him 2 yards. Benjamin had a 5-yard catch. They gave him 4. I mean, so the stat sheet looks a little bit different. You know, we should have 3 more yards, John. That's impressive. All right, Hauschka gets ready to kick off to Houston as the third quarter is underway. The kick is going to go out of the end zone for a touchback. So Houston will start with the ball 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line for Deshaun Watson and this Houston Texans team. Again, Houston starts 0-3, 2 overtime wins to get their record up to 2-3. If you were here from the beginning, you know that I actually picked the Texans to be my one Super Bowl team. The other one was the Minnesota Vikings. So we already beat the one team I thought we were going to go to the Super Bowl. Why not beat the other one? So Buffalo started off terribly with those 2 first games against Baltimore and the Chargers. Came back with an impressive away win against Minnesota. Then got shut out by Green Bay, and then at home won last week. 1st and 10, Watson in shotgun. We got Miller in the backfield, or Blue in the backfield behind him. Blue picks up about 5 yards before he is gang tackled. Edmonds is on that tackle with a couple others to make it 2nd and 5 for Houston. Again, it'd be nice to get a turnover now when we have time. And again, maybe a defensive score even. Maybe that's what we have to look forward to is a possible defensive score as our defense. Again, we caused 16 turnovers, or actually now it's 17 fumbles so far this year. Incomplete pass to Hopkins, so it's going to be 3rd and 5 for Houston. So we've caused 17 fumbles this year, and we've only recovered 6 of them. You know, causing 17 fumbles is awesome. Recovering them is better, though. So, you know, we need to try to get some recoveries here and try to get our offense more chances to score, more time on the field, so Allen can get more of a rhythm. So it's going to be 3rd and 5. So far, 3rd down. Watson's 3 for 5 on 3rd down passing. They're at the 35-yard line. Would love to see Buffalo get off the field here as we have 7 people on the line of scrimmage. So it looks like we're sending a blitz. We do send a blitz. The ball's batted in the air and then intercepted. Right on time. Right on time. The interception. Buffalo gets the ball. Lorenzo Alexander not only deflects the ball in the air, but also gets the interception. So that's exactly what the Bills needed to start this second half with the interception, giving the Buffalo Bills the ball 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. That's exactly what I was talking about. And we'll see what our offense can do with the ball from here. Big interception. 2nd interception by Watson on the day. It's actually at the 30-yard line, not the 35. 2nd interception by Watson as he threw that one to Hyde right before halftime. So Buffalo has the ball 1st and 10 at the 30. Again, big day really for Buffalo's defense all around. Big way to start the second half. Allen's in shotgun. McCoy to his right. 2 wide receivers top of the screen. 2 wide receivers wide receiver and Clay to the bottom of the screen. Run is to McCoy. McCoy bounces to the outside. Is able to get to the 24-yard line before he is pushed out of bounds by number 55. So it's going to make it 2nd and 4. That's what we need to do. Pick up 6 yards here, 4 yards here, make it 3rd and short, or not even get to 3rd down so we can get some first downs, keep moving the ball a little bit. We have a chance in this game, guys. Our defense has kept us in this game, and now our defense is giving us a chance to put up some points on the board. So 10-0 Houston, 14 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Buffalo with a huge interception. It's going to be 2nd and 4 from the 24-yard line. Another run by McCoy gets us the first down, gets us inside the 20-yard line to the 19. Another McCoy run. Again, we need to. McCoy only had 5 rush attempts in that first half. Need to get him the ball, get him acclimated to this game. He averaged 4 yards, but it's hard to get in the game when you only have 5 rush attempts in the first half. Still better than the Packers game when you only had 5 the whole game, but this is starting off a little bit better in this half. We already have 2 rushes for him for 11 yards, getting us a 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. We only have 24 plays from scrimmage, guys, on offense. So that's kind of why we haven't been doing so well with the run to pass. Another run to McCoy. This one stopped in the backfield, back at the 21-yard line, I'll say. Bring up 2nd and 12 for the Buffalo Bills. Not how you want to do things a little bit. Maybe get a little pass or 2 in here, but you know, you're doing well with McCoy, but now it's going to be 2nd and 12. You start behind the sticks. This Houston defense will be able to read run after a while. So yeah, Dable has to mix it up a little bit to get us chances. You know, you talk about this Houston defense, Romeo Crennel and J.J. Watt, Jadeveon Clowney. They're not going to constantly let you run all over them. So we got 2nd and 12 here. Allen in shotgun. Benjamin back in the game. For those of you asking about the Benjamin injury, he is in the game. Allen rolls to his left or to his right, gets hit hard Gets back to the line of scrimmage and is able to get up as McCoy helps him up. I'm going to be 3rd and 10 now for Buffalo. $98 and $41 are the two that put the hit on Allen. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 10 for this Buffalo Bills offense. Again, we need to get points on this drive. If we do not get any points at all, it's going to be a very depressing next 10 minutes of the stream, that's for sure. Allen in shotgun, 2 wide receivers at the top of the screen, a wide receiver and Clay to the bottom of the screen. You got McCoy in the backfield. Allen back in shotgun, takes off with the ball, and gets the first down. Gets it inside the 10-yard line to the 7. And so the Buffalo Bills will have the ball 1st and goal. Oh no, Josh Allen. He needs, like he did in the first half, he did slide. But man, he does a great job here getting it inside. So I know he knows how to slide, John. But Josh Allen, I mean, he already has 3 rushing touchdowns this year. You talk about being able to run, to extend plays, and Deshaun Watson can definitely do that. But we have a running quarterback on our side of the ball, too, who can extend plays. It's actually 1st and goal from the 8-yard line. So it's 1st and goal. Allen shotgun. That was funny, John. McCoy to his left, or to his right. McCoy gets the ball out of shotgun. McCoy gets inside the 5-yard line to the 4. I cringed a little bit because I saw offensive tackle going late, and I was scared that there was going to be a 15-yard penalty, and I was going to have to yell a lot. I haven't had enough to drink either alcohol or regular beverages. My throat wouldn't handle me yelling anymore, so... Myth, I'm not going to say he's a future Hall of Famer yet. I hope so. But, let's give him a couple more years before we crown that on him. Not throwing the ball that great still. Allen under center. Got Ivory in the backfield. Fake handoff to Ivory. Zay Jones, incomplete. Zay Jones almost made a fabulous catch at the 1-yard line, but was broken up, defended nicely by Jackson, number 25 for Houston. Allen does a good job placing that ball where only Jones can get it. Jones did get both hands on it, but as he's coming down, he's unable to hold possession of the ball. It would still have been 3rd and goal from the 1. So now we got 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. Would love to see us get in the end zone here on 3rd and goal to cut this deficit to a 3-point game. We have McCoy coming in. Allen in shotgun, McCoy to his left, Benjamin to the bottom of the screen, 3 wide receivers, or Benjamin to the top of the screen, 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, Andre Holmes to the far bottom. Allen runs to his right. Incomplete pass. Again, broken up nicely by number 25. He actually had a chance to intercept that ball, but went right through his hands. So it's going to be 4th and goal. So Buffalo's going to be forced to settle for a field goal attempt here at the 5-yard line. A huge chance for Buffalo. I'm not going to say it was wasted yet. Hopefully we make this field goal. We saw Gano miss an extra point after his 63-yarder. But what media did not talk about at all this week is how Hauschka made a game winner himself. But, when someone kicks a 63-yarder, it's hard to say. It's hard to... think about a 44-yarder for a win either. So Hauschka with the field goal attempt. The field goal is up and good. So with 10-12 to go in the 3rd quarter, the Buffalo Bills make it 10-3, down 1 score. Huge interception by Alexander. Sets us up with the ball at the 30-yard line. We're able to get the ball 1st and goal at the 8. Unable to punch it in. Zay Jones, he needs to make a couple of those catches. Zay Jones is a number 2 for 2nd-round wide receiver. We expected more from him at this point. He does, John, you're absolutely right. On that rollout, you saw Allen actually point him where he needed to be. Not only does Zay have to move faster, but also Allen should put some loft on that ball, so that way number 25 was unable to deflect it. Allen loves zinging it in there because of his arm, but we need to make sure that he gets some loft on those passes because Zay Jones is wide open in the back of the end zone. Number 25 was like in the middle of the end zone, was able to get his arms on it after Allen tried to zing it in there. Just gotta loft that in there. And get Zay Jones a chance to make that touchdown catch. Zay Jones, you want to say he's been a bust, but it's hard to say that given the 2 years. Now, last year was a terrible year. There's no doubt about it, but you look at the quarterback play and you question, does that have anything to do with it? This year, you're talking new offensive coordinator, rookie quarterback. Does that have anything to do with it? I mean, I'm not giving up on Zay Jones like I am Kelvin Benjamin. Kelvin Benjamin has to show me a lot at this point for me to say we should sign him for any amount of money at all. Zay Jones, I still like the fact we have him on his rookie deal. Let's say he does in year 3, especially, see if he does any better there. I personally am a huge Zay Jones fan since we drafted him. He needs to stop fighting for Jesus and just play football. But other than that, I am a Zay Jones fan. I want to see him do better on the field. He does need to do better on the field, but yeah, I said let's give him another chance. Give him a couple more weeks in this offense to see if he does do better. We have been hearing his name called a lot more recently in recent weeks than we had the first 2 or 3. So I'm willing to give him another chance here. Most wide receivers don't reach their potential until their 3rd year. Well, that might be true, John, but you look at Kelvin Benjamin. Kelvin Benjamin was looking really good his rookie year, and then he hasn't done anything since. So the score currently is 10-3. Houston. Buffalo did just score a field goal to make it 10-3 after an interception by Lorenzo Alexander at the 30-yard line. Gave us a short field. We were able to, again, to move the ball inside the 10-yard line, make it 1st and goal from the 8. Just unable to punch it in. We had to walk away with points on that drive, so 10-3. We're getting ready to kick off to Houston with 10-12 to go in the 3rd quarter. So, John, you don't have to keep saying wide receivers. I get your point, but I'm just saying sometimes it works the other way. But it can only go up from here for Zay Jones. Kickoff goes into the end zone, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for Houston at the 25-yard line. I'm looking at some of the comments here. He has had a few drops, but you know, in that situation, I don't know if you're watching the game or not, but in that situation, it starts off by a one-handed catch. Like he brings the ball in with one hand and he has it, but he's going down to the ground as it gets in and it falls out. So yes, he should have had the catch, but it was a tough catch also to make. So the 1st and 10, Deshaun Watson is in shotgun. So for 1st and 10, fake handoff to the running back in the backfield. Watson is sacked again, this time for a 2 or 3 yard loss. This one is going to be by, is that Shaq Lawson? Yeah, that's Shaq Lawson. Shaq Lawson with a huge play there. Another sack on Watson. I think that's our 4th of the day already. So we are getting pressure on the quarterback. This time we have Lorenzo Alexander coming from the right. Forces Watson to the left, and there's Shaq Lawson to pick up the sack. So 2nd and 12, Watson again sets up a screen to Miller. Miller picks up the 1st down and is still going. Looked like Buffalo could have a chance to stop that one early, but Miller able to pick up the 1st down, get the ball to about the 39-yard line of Houston to set up 1st and 10. Again, it looked like we could have him in the backfield there, but we just didn't do that. So 1st and 10 for Houston at the 39-yard line. Watson under center. Miller gets the ball up the middle for a yard. Stopped by Tremaine Edmonds. Again, this is a good sign. You know, late in that 1st half, the Buffalo Bills rush defense was giving up chunk plays up the middle, which is not something they're accustomed to. And so to see hopefully them stop doing that, give up 1-2 yards like they were before, that would help us out. 2nd and 8 now. Watson again under center. This time ball at the 40.5-yard line. Bills run a safety blitz. They run the ball and Edmonds makes a nice tackle to make it 3rd and 5 on Miller. Edmonds was pretty much the last line of defense before Miller got the 1st down. And Edmonds makes a nice open field tackle to make this 3rd and 4 for the Houston Texans. Again, a big 3rd down here. Last thing we want to see them do, again, is move down the field methodically. Bills have done a great job on defense so far. You know, give Houston credit. Houston's done a great job on defense so far, too. That's why this game's 10-3. And this game should be closer than that, but 2 big mistakes by Buffalo. And Buffalo rushes 4 after showing blitz. Quick screen pass to Blue. Blue only gets 2 yards, so it's going to be 4th down. To be interesting to see what Houston decides to do here on 4th and. They say it's a long 1 yard if they say 4th and 1. Again, it looked like 2 for sure to me, but who's marking the ball? You have no idea. So 7:40 to go in the 3rd quarter. 4th and 1 for Houston. Houston up 10-3. With Buffalo just scoring on the last drive. They do have the punt team out, so it looks like they are going to punt on 4th and 1 from about the 48-yard line. Try to pin Buffalo deep. Again, Buffalo's offense not able to do all that much. Ball drops at the 8, takes a Buffalo bounce to about the 10-yard line, and then it's picked up there by Houston. So looks like Buffalo's going to start with the ball, 1st and 10 at the 10. However, with these officials spotting the ball, it might be at the 5, it might be at the 15. I'm not sure. What did I just see? I don't know. So Micah Hyde is playing. Micah Hyde had a big interception at the end of the first half. It looked like Houston was at least going to score a field goal, and Watson threw the ball into the end zone. And Micah Hyde came over with the interception. It actually looked like the ball was thrown to Micah Hyde with where he was on the field. So he is in this game. He actually has had a big impact in this game. So Myth, I can't agree with you more. I love our defense. I love our way our defense is playing. However, we need to get this offense up to stuff. We really need to get this offense up to stuff and fast, because we have a young defense. We have a young team. Soon those rookie contracts are going to run out. Before we know it, 2-3 years down the line, we have to pay all these players at one time. We might not be able to pay Mike Milano, Edmonds, White, all these guys the contracts they're going to want. So our window of opportunity when you have a defense like this is really small, and that's why even though starting Allen might not have been the best move as far as chance to win now, maybe next year, 2 years, if we get weapons on the offense, give him that experience, we might have a chance to do something, make some noise in the regular season and hopefully in the playoffs. So again, welcome to Believers Talk. If you're new, hit that subscribe, hit that notification button. We go live every week for live play-by-play and commentary of the Buffalo Bills games. We do a post-game wrap-up the day after the game, and we also will do a preview of the game Thursday during halftime of the Thursday Night Football game. Also going live when there's any news for the Buffalo Bills of note that we want to get on here and go live for. Signing of Derek Anderson earlier this week, we went live with a video then. We will go live every time there's news that we feel like you should have. We do go over every transaction at some point, whether it be during the live stream before a game or like during another time, but we do want to make sure that all the news gets out there for you Bills fans, so you know where to be if you want Bills news, and that's here on Believers Talk. Thank you for joining me again. My name is Joe. We're back from commercial break as the Buffalo Bills will start with the ball. Who's better, Tyrod or Allen? Allen gives us a better chance to win in the future. Let me say that. If you put Tyrod Taylor and Josh Allen side by side right now, I say obviously Tyrod's better, right? But I think Allen's upside is far better than Tyrod Taylor's is at this point in their careers. And so for that reason, I would always have done what we've done when it comes to trading away Tyrod and picking up Josh Allen. Obviously, I would have, if you watch my pre-draft video, I would have picked someone other than Allen, but he's here now, and he's showing signs that he can be a good back. So Allen under center on first down, hands the ball off to Chris Ivory. Chris Ivory is stopped for a 2-yard loss. So not exactly how you want to start a drive inside your own territory, deep inside your own territory at the 10-yard line with a 2-yard loss. So it's going to be 2nd and 12 for the Buffalo Bills here. You want to see us get a couple first downs, but the last thing you want to see is a mistake, right? Again, the only reason why Houston has points in this game at all is due to 2 Buffalo Bills mistakes. And, we cannot have that happen, because then this game will get away from us. We just saw our offense cannot move the ball that well. We had the ball 1st and goal at the 8, unable to score touchdowns. Our red zone efficiency is not that great, so we need to be able to keep Houston to as little score as possible. 2nd down, Allen going back for a pass. He is able to run for I'll say about 4 or 5 yards. Watt's able to wrap him around the ankle, and he's able to get away from it and dive forward to get the ball to the 14-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and 6 for Buffalo at the 14-yard line as Allen's able to run for about 6 yards. Yeah, Watt had him around the ankle, and he was able to jump away from it and go down. Watt still might get credit for the tackle there, but able to drag Watt for a 4-yard gain or 6-yard gain to make it 3rd and 6 for the Buffalo Bills. Total yards so far, Buffalo Bills, they only have 83 total yards. Both these defenses playing really well. So 3rd down, Allen has time to throw. Watt comes in. He stiff arms J.J. Watt to get away from the J.J. Watt potential. From the potential J.J. Watt sack. It goes downfield deep for Kelvin Benjamin. Benjamin with the catch. However, there is a flag on the play. That's why I hung my head, because it looks like it's going to be offensive holding, which is going to be half the distance to the goal, which will make it 3rd and 12 or 3rd and 13 from the inside the Bills' 10-yard line. Oh, no, illegal formation. I wish, if you guys have watched Bills games, if you guys have watched these streams, you know how many illegal formation penalties we've had so far this year. And it's been a lot. Line up where you're supposed to line up. It's not that hard. That's what you practice all week. That's what you do. You know, you can't blame Brian Dable for calling a play and you not knowing where to line up. You have to know where to line up on the ball. We have a big play there, potentially getting the ball to close to midfield. It was a huge play, but because someone, it looked like DeMarco, doesn't know where to line up, all of a sudden we got the ball 3rd and 11, and it looks like we might have to punt in our own end zone. Again. Thank you very much, Hard-Hearted. I appreciate that. I appreciate everyone who has said I do a good job. I just try to do the best I can. 3rd and 11, Allen's in shotgun. We got McCoy to his left. Looks like it's going to be an HB delay to McCoy. And McCoy gets the ball to about the 17-yard line. So, I mean, we get out of our own end zone, but it could have been so much better than that. If DeMarco knows where to line up on the ball. DeMarco is a veteran. DeMarco is a veteran. He's not one of these rookie guys who doesn't know where to line up. You're in the NFL. I don't care if you're a rookie. You should know where to line up. Gosh. I officiate high school football. Most of those guys know where to line up. Most. Sometimes we have issues. But here we go with another punt by Bajorges. 4:40 to go in the third quarter. Still 10-3 Houston. Giving Houston the ball again. We're looking for a good punt here. Also, they're going to get good field position again. Looks like he's going to field it at the 40-yard line. Good coverage. Another flag on the play. Hopefully this time it's on Houston. Ashley, nice to see you. Thank you for joining my Believers Talk. Illegal block in the back on Houston. So finally Houston gets a penalty. It seemed like there were like 8-9 in a row on Buffalo there. So it's going to be 10 yards from the spot. So they will start with the ball. 1st and 10 at about the 35-yard line. So not a bad punt. Going to be 10-3, 4:28 to go in the third quarter. Buffalo trailing 10-3. Houston getting the ball back. Again, 2 big mistakes. The only reason why Houston's up in this game, we have the fumble by Ray McLeod. He hasn't been in on special teams since. He does have the 1 catch on offense. Recovered by Houston deep in Buffalo territory. They get that one in for the touchdown. And then the block punt where it was even deeper in Buffalo territory where our defense stepped up again and held them to a field goal to keep this a 10-0 game at that point. Start the first half. Lorenzo Alexander gets an interception at the 30-yard line. Buffalo able to drive it down the field a little bit to get 1st and goal at the 8. Not able to punch it in from the 8-yard line, and Buffalo's to settle for a field goal, make this game 10-3, which is where it's at right now. But yeah, again, welcome to Believers Talk. I'll try to read through some of these comments. I do not play Madden normally. There's just so much going on, keeping this channel up to date. I have to pretend I have a life outside of football, even though, let's be honest, I really don't. And so I do not play Madden. I do not play video games as much as I used to. J.J. Watt is overhyped. No, I think J.J. Watt is not overhyped. J.J. Watt is a game changer. We've seen it in games previously to this, and we're seeing it a little bit in this game here. Even when he's not getting sacks, even when he's not getting pressure on Josh Allen, other players are because of the focus you have put on J.J. Watt. J.J. Watt is getting a little bit older, and due to injuries previously in his career, he might not be as good as he once was. But J.J. Watt is still a beast that it's hard to handle. Thank you again, Hard-Hearted, for saying my streams are cool. Live on the West Coast, so again, it's early for you guys, so I appreciate you watching. Same thing with you, Ashley. I know it's earlier for you guys there. I know you guys probably don't get to watch the games, so that's why I want to bring you the live streams. I used to be one of those guys who was on one of my score apps and just waiting for the score to change, And I thought, you know what? There's a better way to do this. There's a much better way to do this. Get it out to you guys as well, so you guys can enjoy the game as close to live as you can with me giving you the commentary. So, again, I wish I could show you guys the game. I really do, but due to YouTube and NFL copyright restrictions, I'm unable to. They would shut me down. So again, Ashley, welcome. Thanks for joining me. Glad you're here. Glad to see you. Hope you're doing well. The poor guy really can't catch a ball either, but I guess that's not what you. Yeah. I actually feel bad for Calvin Benjamin. He finally gets a huge catch, and there's a holding penalty. So I'm sorry, a legal formation penalty. Why so many flags? You know what? They seem to be deserved so far. Watson is shotgun on 1st and 10. First down, an incomplete pass to number 84, their tight end, Griffin, looks like. So they're looking again at the illegal formation. So it looks like DeMarco was supposed to be off the line when he was actually on the line. You're allowed to have that happen if it's not a pass play. However, since we threw the ball, it then became a legal formation. So 2nd and 10 for the Houston Texans. They run the ball to the right-hand side. Miller able to juke to get 2 or 3 yards as Buffalo kind of had him trapped back there in the backfield, but he's able to juke away from it to get 2 or 3 yards to make it 3rd and 7. 4 minutes and 10 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 3rd and 7 for Houston. Again, big spot here for Buffalo. Try to get off the field. We need to give this offense as much time to score as we can because we're not good at it yet. So is Deshaun overhyped? That's a more interesting question. Last year, the hype was real through the first 6 to 7 games of the season. Tore his ACL. That might still be a lot to do with why he's struggling so far this year. Blitz coming for Buffalo. Jerry Hughes gets to Deshaun Watson as he's throwing the ball, and it's an incomplete pass for Watson. So it's going to be 4th and 7, 3:41 to go in the third quarter. Houston's going to be forced to punt again as Jerry Hughes gets to Watson right as Watson's throwing the ball, and it's incomplete as the ball goes into the ground. And so it's going to be 4th and 7 for Houston. Again, you cannot be mad at our defense at all. Our defense is playing lights out right now. I mean, this game could easily be 3-0, but unfortunately, again, those 2 big mistakes by Buffalo have cost us. So they punt it to Buffalo. Buffalo's going to get this ball at the 15-yard line, it looks like, and return it to the 21. Hyde was back there in the punt coverage to return the kick. And so it's going to be 1st and 10 for Buffalo at the 21-yard line. Again, I don't know exactly what the stats are, but if you look at the starting field position for each team, Houston has to be winning. Other than that one drive where Lorenzo Alexander got the interception at the 30-yard line, really haven't started off in decent field position. As soon as every drive's either in between, behind the 25-yard line. So Shaq Lawson got the sack earlier in the game. So Shaq Lawson, is actually, seeing him get a sack is cool because he hasn't really done all that much. But he has been struggling with injury for, I think he was out 2 games already this season with injury. So I look at the stats while we're at commercial. I haven't given you guys some score updates recently, so let's look at some scores as well. But we look at, where's he at? I don't even see Shaq Lawson on my stat sheet, so maybe he doesn't have a tackle yet. But he has a sack, so he has to, right? All right, so scores right now. We have Houston 10-3 over Buffalo. We have Atlanta 24-13 over Tampa Bay. Looks like some scores. I got O.J. Howard with a 10-yard touchdown pass from Jameis Winston, and then Matt Bryant kicked the field goal, make that 24-13. Winston just threw an interception in that game. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati tied at 14 apiece. We have James Conner with another 1-yard touchdown run. That's his second of the day. And then you have a Tyler Boyd with his second touchdown of the day, 14-yard touchdown pass from Andy Dalton. So Boyd for Cincinnati and Conner for Pittsburgh are your touchdowns. They both have 2 apiece. So if you have either of them in your fantasy, good job. 27-6 Chargers over Cleveland. They just scored another touchdown. Terrell Williams now has 2 touchdowns on the day, and so does Melvin Gordon as he just punched it in from 10 yards out to make it 27-6. Extra point pending in that one. So that game looks like that's just about over there. 28-6 makes 6 point. Chicago up 14-10 on Miami. Trey Burton has a 9-yard touchdown pass from Mitchell Trubisky, and Allen Robinson has a 12-yard touchdown pass from Trubisky. Sanders just kicked a 50-yarder for Miami to make it 14-10. Chicago over Miami. Minnesota is up 20-10 on Arizona. You got a Adam Thielen 13-yard touchdown and a Dan Bailey field goal to make that one 20-10. Minnesota. The Jets are up 30-20 on the Indianapolis Colts. As we come back from commercial break in this game, I'll try to get through this fast. You got Chris Herndon with a 32-yard touchdown pass from Sam Darnold. Eric Ebron with a touchdown for the Colts. Allen under center throws it deep for Benjamin. Benjamin with a huge catch. Gets it to the 40-yard line. So we're already in Houston territory. Huge play. Allen to Benjamin to get the ball to the 40-yard line of Houston. It's going to be 1st and 10 Buffalo from there. Allen's looking a little gimpy as he got hit as he threw the ball. Looks like he fell between Clowney and number 59. I don't know who that is for Houston. But huge pass to Benjamin. Benjamin with the catch at the 50. Runs another 10 yards to get to the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10. Finally, we see something from Calvin Benjamin to get us into Houston territory. So 1st and 10, 2:49 to go in the third quarter. I'll get to some other scores. Fake handoff to McCoy. Allen steps into the pocket, throws it behind Zay Jones, and Allen comes up holding his arm even. So Allen might be a little dinged up here as we go to 2nd and 10. Looks like Allen then hit his arm on that play. So, man, Allen's getting dinged up a little bit here. They showed Nathan Peterman. Yeah, now Allen's taking a knee. So, McDermott is not happy about something. Nathan Peterman will be coming into this game. So, this game might be over. This game might be over. Wow. Yeah, Allen's down on the field. Hurt his arm on that last play. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens here. I mean, Nathan Peterman's coming into the game, which if you're a Bills fan, yeah, if you're a Bills fan, you just have to start questioning what we're going to do now. But yeah, Buffalo does have the ball still. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line. Nathan Peterman will have to come in for at least one play. I'm not sure if Allen will come back into this game at all. I'm not sure how bad the injury is, but due to the injury timeout, Peterman will have to come in for at least one play. Allen is walking off to the sideline now, so and he was, he was moving his arm, so nothing's broken at least. At least that's what my first thought would be. He asks for a ball right away, so that's a good sign. So he's already thrown on the sideline, so that's good. They did take a short break, so I was wondering if I could get through some other scores while they were on break, but they're already back since Allen's off the field. So 2:41 to go in the third quarter. Buffalo has the ball, 2nd and 10 at the 40. Peterman in the game, again, for at least one play. He's in shotgun formation. McCoy to his right. Just hand the ball off to McCoy. Hand the ball off to McCoy. Fake handoff to McCoy, and it passes behind Kelvin Benjamin as Benjamin's open. Welcome to the Peterman era. Oh, my gosh. So, yeah, so here we go. Here we go. Nathan Peterman's in the game. 3rd and 10 now. Don't know why you don't run it on 3rd down there, or on 2nd down there. You're still looking at the arm. Oh, my gosh. All right, McCoy to his right. Peterman in shotgun. Peterman gets the ball. Quick pass to Zay Jones, who gets the ball to the 34-yard line, which will get us in the field goal range on 4th down. Now Joseph is hurt as Joseph forces Zay Jones out of bounds. Looks like he's getting up though. Teammate helps him up, but he's still crouched over, so he's hurt now too. We'll see. They're still checking out Allen on the sideline. So it's going to be 4th and 4, 2:33 to go in the third quarter. Obviously, we'll see this next drive, obviously, to see what's going on, if Allen will come back in or not. We got the ball 4th and 4 at the 34-yard line, or I'm sorry, 36-yard line. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Hauschka. Yeah, Hauschka's on the field, but now they're taking Hauschka off the field. I'm really confused on what's going on right now. No, Hauschka's just lining it up for a field goal, I guess. So, all right, so Hauschka from about, what will this be, about 50, 51, 52 yards, right? 52-yarder. Oh, my gosh. 52-yarder for Hauschka. 2:25 to go in the third quarter as they got Joseph off the field. So 52-yarder, 2:20 and counting down. Kick is up, right down the middle. Hausch money again. So 10-6 with 2:12 to go in the third quarter. Buffalo still trailing, down by 4. Again, 2 big costly mistakes are really the only thing that's keeping Houston up. Keeping Houston up, 10-6. So this Buffalo defense doing a great job. Hopefully we see Allen get back in this game. I don't see us able to score a touchdown in this game much at all, let alone with Allen out. Looks like the offensive line's coming over to talk to Allen. McDermott's coming over to talk to Allen. We are at commercial break. Let me run through some scores real quick. I can't. I don't even know what to say right now, guys. So, all right. Houston, 10. Buffalo, 6. We know that. Atlanta, 24. Tampa Bay, 13. Pittsburgh has gone up 17-14 over Cincinnati. The Chargers still up 28-6 over Cleveland. Chicago has now taken a 21-10 lead over Miami with a Tariq Cohen, 21-yard touchdown run. So that one's now Chicago 21, Miami 10. Minnesota has taken a 26-10 lead over Arizona. Kirk Cousins just ran for a touchdown. So it's 26-10 extra point pending. You got Indianapolis, New York Jets. The Jets are up 30-20 on the Colts. The Seattle Seahawks are up 20-0 on Oakland after 2 Janikowski field goals after they went up 14-0 early in that one. Seattle also has the ball now in the red zone. And Washington still up 17-9 over Carolina, and probably what I would call the upset of the day so far. So 17-9 for that game as well. So let me get to some comments over here. Just tell Peterman it's preseason, man. Compared to preseason, like he looked good in preseason, but whew. I was talking to someone on Friday about how Peterman might be one of those guys who might do better just coming into a game and just playing, not knowing he was coming into the game, just not thinking too much about it and just going in. So, but yeah, we're back from break. Watson has the ball in our center, 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line after the kickoff I missed. I apologize, but probably just went out of the end zone. Run with Miller. Milano stops in the backfield for a 2-yard loss. So it's going. No, that was blue. So it's going to be 2nd and 12 for Houston from the 23-yard line. So this is real football. I love defensive football games, and man, Buffalo has a defense that's no joke. Games I don't think he's all that bad of a QB, to be honest, but he definitely blew it when it was. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. That's Peterman's problem. Watson in shotgun. 2 running backs to his left, or running back to his left and right. We got 2 wide receivers behind the screen. Hopkins low at the top of the screen. They do run a delay to Miller. Miller gets about 10 yards to make it 3rd and about 1.5. So a big run by Miller on that play to make it 3rd and 1. Minute 15 to go in the 3rd quarter. Buffalo still down 10-6. Looks like Peterman is still throwing on the sideline, so I'm not sure if that means anything good for Allen. That's for sure. But I don't see what Allen's doing on the sideline right now. So 3rd and 1 for the Houston Texans. Let's see if Buffalo can stop him here. Deshaun Watson is in shotgun. You got 2 wide receivers bottom screen, wide receiver tight end to the top. And it looks like we're going to sack him. We sack him, and there's a fumble, and Buffalo recovers the fumble. Buffalo gets the fumble. That's what we need. More turnovers for the Bills. Stops the Texans, and we get the ball 1st and 10. Looks like it was Harrison Phillips with the recovery of the fumble. I didn't see who caused it right away, but this Bills defense is suffocating. Everyone talked about how great the Texans defense was going to be in this game, and they've been playing well too, but this Bills defense has now caused 3 turnovers in this game, and we'll see what happens with our offense, see if Allen comes out. Looks like Jerry Hughes and Trent Murphy surrounded Watson, and they were the 2 that caused the fumble. Harrison Phillips got the fumble recovery, so now it's 1st and 10 for Buffalo inside Houston territory as we are again. We're at the 32-yard line to start this drive, guys. I mean, Peterman's still in the game. Maybe we lean on the run a little bit more on this drive. Can't believe we haven't run with Peterman in the game yet. McCoy gets the carry. Able to break free for about 2 or 3 yards on that one to get it inside the 30-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 for Buffalo at the 29. Allen's still down. He has his hat on, so it does not look good for Allen returning into this game. Has his hat on, and he's just, he just does not look happy. Head and hands type thing. That's not what you want to see if you're a Bills fan at all. So Peterman in this game. 14 seconds left to go in the 3rd quarter. We might get one more playoff here in the 3rd quarter. Under center. McCoy in the backfield. Nope, they're not getting a playoff to start to end the 3rd quarter. So, roller coaster ride if you're a Bills fan. 10-6, end of the 3rd quarter. Buffalo has the ball in field goal range already, but we would really like to see some touchdowns. But the big news of that 3rd quarter, Allen goes out with an injury. Not sure what that injury is as of yet, but he was holding his arm and his shoulder. Looked like he was able to do some practice throws on the sideline. So we'll see later what that injury is, but this does not look good. Currently has his Buffalo Bills hat on. He doesn't even have his helmet, so it does not look like he will be returning in this game. I hope I'm wrong, but that's a huge blow to the Buffalo Bills. And obviously I'll keep you guys updated as I know what's going on with the injuries. But it is the end of the third quarter. Buffalo trailing 10-6. Buffalo has the ball in field goal position. Again, we need to get more than field goals to win these games, however, so hopefully we're able to do something. Nathan Peterman is in at quarterback. Derek Anderson was inactive for this game due to the fact we just signed him earlier this week, which means if Peterman goes down, then we have Logan Thomas as our emergency backup quarterback. Obviously, hasn't played quarterback since, I believe, high school, maybe a little bit in college. But all right, so we're at commercial as we get ready for the fourth quarter. I'll go through some scores real quick for you. If Buffalo can get a win in this game, that would be crazy. But that Allen injury really affects us in so many ways, guys. But we'll go through some scores real quick. So Tampa Bay's in the red zone, still trailing Atlanta 24-13. They have the ball 2nd and 10 at Atlanta 16. Pittsburgh is still up 17-14 over Cincinnati with 5.5 to go in the third in that game. The Chargers are up 28-6 on Cleveland. You got Chicago up in Miami 21-10. Arizona is still down 27-10 to Minnesota. The Jets have added a field goal to go up 33-20, and Seattle is still up 20-0 on Oakland. And then Washington is still up 17-9 on Carolina. So those are the scores around the league. A lot of competitive games so far this week. Other than that LA Chargers Cleveland game, I mean, even Tampa Bay is now in the red zone. They can cut into that 24-13 game. And then you got Seattle up 20-0 on Oakland. Seems like in those London games, you always have one team that shows up and one team that doesn't. So I'm not surprised in that. Like, I've yet to see a London game. I can't say that, but it's close to the fact where London, it just doesn't bring out the best in everybody. Allen's given their defense, giving the defense some talking to on the sideline. Does not look like he's going to be coming active in this game though. Peterman has the ball 2nd and 8 under center, have I formation. Now Thomas goes for on the line, so we only have one in the backfield right now. That's McCoy. McCoy gets the ball, gets a first down, gets the ball inside the 20, inside the 15, so 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. LaShawn McCoy with a huge run on that play. Great blocking up front. You have to imagine now that Houston is predicting run. Let Nathan Peterman beat you, right? I mean, honestly, let Nathan Peterman beat you. If Nathan Peterman beats you, you kind of just have to, what can you do at that point? So McCoy with a huge rush gets the ball at the 15-yard line. Again, in the red zone. Need to walk away with 6 in these red zone situations. 1st and 10 at the 15. You got 2 wide receivers at the bottom of the screen. You got Charles Clay and the wide receiver at the top. They run the ball with McCoy again. This time McCoy gets tripped up for only a yard on the play. McKinney with the tackle. You're going to bring up 2nd down. I'm trying to listen to see if they say anything about Allen. But again, Allen's just wearing his ball cap, so it's not looking good there. Less than 14 minutes to go now in the fourth quarter. 2nd and 8 for Buffalo. Peterman's in shotgun formation. You got Ivory to his right. 2 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen. Clay and it looks like Holmes to the top again. This one's to Ivory. Ivory gets tackled by his hair. By his dreadlocks. I'm not sure if that's legal. I think it is. But I'm not sure if that can be called a horse collar. I'm not sure. He pulls it. He pulled a dread out of Ivory's hair. And the announcers are saying it's legal, so I believe them. I honestly don't know. But you were wondering about like horse collar and things like that. Dukas was injured on the play, so it's going to be 3rd and 11 for Buffalo. Just sign Cap at this point. No, we have our backup now. We have Derek Anderson, and Derek Anderson is still a capable back. Absolutely, is a capable backup. And if Josh Allen's out for a serious amount of time, you do have to think about starting Derek Anderson over Nathan Peterman. Although earlier this week, McDermott did say that Peterman is still the number 2. I don't know if that meant just this week since Anderson's just now on the team, or if now Peterman would be the starter and Anderson his backup. I don't know, but Anderson's now going to be either the starter or the backup at least, so we don't need to sign any other veteran. We got our veteran. So 3rd and 11 from the 16-yard line. Peterman in shotgun formation, has time to throw, throws it into the end zone. Zay Jones, touchdown! Touchdown, Zay Jones. The Bills have the lead in this game. It's been a long game, man. Wow. Great pass by Nathan Peterman. Back of the end zone. Zay Jones, first touchdown this season. 12-10 Buffalo. 13 minutes exactly on the clock. Extra point pending. Holy cow. Wow. Zay Jones fakes the inside route, goes into the end zone. Great pass by Nathan Peterman. I still can't believe I'm saying that. Back of the end zone, Zay Jones with the touchdown catch for the Bills to go up 12-10. A 5-play, 32-yard, 2-minute, 46-second drive as Houston makes the extra point to go up 13-10 with 13 minutes to go. Again, huge fumble recovered by Harrison Phillips for Houston's third turnover on the day. And somehow the Bills are winning this game. You know, you talk about the mistakes we've made. You talk about the penalties. You talk about Josh Allen going out. We're still winning this game. And now we give it back to our defense with a 13-10 lead with 13 minutes to go in this game. That's unbelievable. If that doesn't tell you something, I mean, I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Why do Texans always have arsa against the shit teams? You know, and that's a knock against Houston. And you have to wonder, like, you know, everyone's talking about is Deshaun Watson overrated, things like that. You know, 2 overtime wins. You know, you look at those 2 overtime wins. Again, Dallas had the ball 4th and 1 with that questionable call to punt it instead, go for it. Maybe they don't win that game if that happens. It's just interesting. I'm happy for Peterman. I can't lie. Nate has a rocket arm. I feel like he does decent in short range. We'll see what happens, man. Zay Jones and Peterman, yeah, they were in the Senior Bowl together, so they could have that chemistry going there. Still haven't eaten my lunch, guys. I mean, wow. These Sundays are fun. Fun. I totally believe in Zay. No, you say you liked Zay, Myth. You said you liked Zay. I agreed with you. I liked Zay. And it's 1 touchdown. But compared to, I mean, how many wide receiver touchdowns have we had so far this year? Like 3 total? I mean, man. I told you guys, if the Bills win this game, I got a surprise for you at the end. And you'll love it. Fox87, if you're still in the chat, you'll love it, especially. I know you will. Watch my head, thanks. Your lunch is pretty cold. Oh, it's very cold at this point. Very cold. What I have also, though, is some of this pub mix. I'm eating that, too. And, you know, you can't get cold on munchies. I got the munchies, guys. 45 people watching. Thank you for watching me on Believers Talk. My name is Joe. Very excited right now, obviously. The Bills are up 13-10. If you have not already subscribed to Believers Talk, hit that subscribe button, guys. If you're a Bills fan, if you're a fan of the NFL in general, you want to be here. We will keep you up to date on all things Buffalo Bills. Keep you up to date on all things AFC East. If you follow me on Twitter, I will keep you up to date on all things Buffalo. You know, you had the Buffalo Bulls beat the Akron Zips yesterday. You had the Sabres beating the Coyotes yesterday. We're hopefully about to go 3-0 if you're a fan of the Buffalo sports teams on this weekend, just like last weekend. The Buffalo Bills are up now 13-10 on the Texans. 13 minutes to go in this game. So what a crazy swing of events here for the Bills to be up in this game. That's incredible. Our defense has played lights out so far. As we kick the ball off, it's going to go in the back of the end zone. And, you know, the Houston Texans have both their scores off of Buffalo mistakes. You have a blocked punt, which led to the Houston Texans field goal. Excuse me, that was the second score. So you had the fumble by Ray McLeod on the first punt of the game for Houston, and they got the ball inside the 35-yard line, Buffalo's 35, and scored the touchdown. And then you have the blocked punt, which led to the field goal. Other than that, it's been unreal for this defense. First down, Watson in the backfield, fake handoff to Miller, passes it deep to Hopkins. I think that's the first time we called Hopkins' name this second half. So, and that wasn't Hopkins. I apologize. That's not Hopkins. Who's number 15, guys? You'll know who that is. You're a Houston fan. You're a Texans fan. You know who that is. And he was working on gains. So it's going to be a first down, about 15-yard gain, get him to the 40-yard line. Houston comes to the line quickly. Allen under center. One back in the backfield. That looks like it's Miller. Handoff is to Miller. Miller gets stopped in the backfield for a yard loss. Milano and Yarbrough come together on the tackle. So that's Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, compared to, they picked Minnesota, I'm sure. Yeah, if this keeps up, this will be a top 5 defense going into next week for sure. As far as yards allowed, we're 6th going into this game. So, but yeah, you think about that Minnesota game in the survivor pool. Most people probably picked them and lost, and now you say 20% of people picked them. There can't be that many people left anyway, and they're gonna maybe possibly lose here. So 13-10. Quick run on 2nd and 11 with Miller. Miller gets it to about the 46-yard line to make it about 3rd and 4 for the Houston Texans with 11:40 to go in the 4th quarter. I love being up right now. I'm happy we're up by 3, but what we can't allow, and it's hard to believe. I'm gonna hope that it can happen, but it's hard to believe that Nathan Peterman can lead us on a touchdown game-winning drive. So let's try to at least make sure they don't get a touchdown here. 3rd and 4, Watson in shotgun from the 47-yard line. We rush 4. Delayed blitz coming, and we get him again. Oh no, that's Lorenzo Alexander. Lorenzo Alexander gets the sack on a delayed linebacker blitz, brings up 4th and long. With 11 minutes to go in this game, this defense has been playing lights out. People need to start respecting this defense and this team. Period. The Bills have been my favorite team my whole life. I'm originally from Buffalo. So, growing up, I remember watching those 4 Super Bowls in a row. I mean, I was very young at that time, so I don't remember all of it. We have a flag down. We have a punt inside the 20, return to about the 23-yard line. This penalty is probably going to be on Buffalo. Probably, right? But, I mean, I was looking at it from here, and it looked like from here I could see a penalty on Buffalo. So, it's going to be half distance to the goal. Holding on Buffalo, yeah. So, going to be half distance to the goal from about the 23. So, you're looking about the 16-yard line or something like that. It's on Siren Neal. Again, I saw it from here. So, I'll get to some of your comments here. Yeah, the Bills were my favorite team going up. Patrick Starr, you asked who me. I don't know what I said. Your uncle played for the Bills in the 90s? That's cool. Angry Buffalo sports fan. Hey, man, after the first 2 weeks, could you have expected this? Could you have expected this? This is crazy. Defense was playing lights out. So, very happy to see that. 13-10. Buffalo just got the ball. Well, under 11 minutes to go in this game. Anyone realize that Peterman has his main touchdowns as Allen? Now, if you include rushing, Allen has those 3 rushing touchdowns, and those, I think people forget about those a lot. Allen has definitely kept plays alive with his feet, kept drives alive with his feet, and been able to score with his feet. So, again, if you're just joining me, welcome to Believers Talk. Josh Allen went out with some sort of injury to his arm and / elbow. He has not returned to the game as of yet. He has his baseball cap on. So I'm guessing that means that he is done for the day at least. I'll try to get updates for you as I get them on the status of Nathan Peterman, or on Josh Allen. As Nathan Peterman is now in this game, Nathan Peterman has thrown a touchdown pass to Zay Jones to give the Bills a 13-10 lead on the Houston Texans. And Buffalo just got the ball back with about 11 minutes to go. So, we'll see what we can do. Hopefully get some points on the board again. Try to get some scores. This defense has been lights out. The Bills' defense has been lights out so far, only allowing 2 scores, both on short fields by Buffalo mistakes. We had a fumble by Ray McLeod on a punt. The first punt of the game for Houston was fumbled. The Houston Texans recovered it in Buffalo territory. They were able to score a touchdown on a 13-yard touchdown to Hopkins. And then we had a blocked punt where they got the ball at the 20-yard line. Our defense did a great job stopping them to a field goal to make it 10-0 at that point. Since then, we had 2 Buffalo field goals. We just had that touchdown to Zay Jones to make this game 13-10. And there's currently 11 minutes left, Patrick Starr. 11 minutes into this game. A little less, I think, than 11 minutes in this game. We are back from commercial break. Again, Allen's on the sideline, has his whole arm wrapped up at this point. So it's definitely not looking like it's good. Peterman's under center, hands the ball off to Chris Ivory, who just got tackled by his dreadlocks on the last drive. So again, maybe a reason not to have dreadlocks. So, but now it's going to be that's a no gain on the play. So it's going to be second down and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. What the heck's going on, guys? Second and 10. Peterman's under center. You'll have to excuse me if I say Josh Allen a lot, but another run, this time to Ivory again. Ivory gets the ball to about the 13 or 14 yard line before he's taken down. 9:40 to go in the game. 13-10 Buffalo. It's going to be third down, about 3rd and 4 for the Buffalo Bills. 3rd and 3 they're calling it. So 3rd and 3, 9:19 to go. Peterman's in shotgun formation, has Ivory to his right. Don't know why McCoy was not in this drive yet, but you know what? Marcus Murphy is currently on the inactive list, so that's why he's not in. And Ivory's done a decent job this year. Quick pass out to Ivory. Ivory needs to make one guy miss to get the first down, and he's able to do it. Gets the first down, so it's going to be 1st and 10 Buffalo. First and 10 Buffalo, 8:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Peterman's looking decent. And yeah, to the point about Ivory, I want Marcus Murphy in that game too at some points. But Ivory has played really well so far this year on short down situations, on goal line situations. Blocking, he's done pretty good blocking the ball as well. So we got 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. Peterman under center. Quick pass out to Zay Jones. It looks like it's going to be another illegal formation penalty as Zay Jones gets the first down, but the flag was thrown at the snap. So it makes me believe it's illegal formation, and you might see me flip out here in a second. I'm waiting for the call. Another illegal formation! And it's not just this game. It's been so many times. So many times, guys, that we've lined up incorrectly. I mean, what do we have to do? You know the play. You're not children. Patrick Starr, yeah, we did hear that the Raiders are shopping Amari Cooper. He is currently in concussion protocol, though, so we're not sure. Maybe we should think about him. I was thinking about Demaryius Thomas. I know Denver's shopping him too. So now I got about 1st and 15 after we could have had another first down, another flag. What's going on? We're killing ourselves. False start. We're killing ourselves, guys. We don't want to win this game. We really don't. Now we're backed up again, deep in our own territory after this false start penalty on Logan Thomas. Driving me nuts. Driving me nuts. Why do we always get that call? This is... I can't blame the offensive coordinator. I can't. I have to believe the offensive coordinator knows, every play is correct. And he calls a play and the players are not lining up in the right spot. I mean, that's at least 7 this year, guys. We're in week 6 and we have more than 1 a game of illegal formation penalties. It's just insane. So now it's 1st and 20. Peterman with the fake handoff. It's going to be intentional grounding in the end zone because you don't know where to throw the ball. There's no flag yet, but he was in the end zone getting pressure from Merciless, and now the refs are talking. It's going to be intentional grounding. It's going to be. It's going to be intentional grounding in the end zone, which is going to be a safety. McCoy was kind of in the area, but not close enough to say, yeah. I just feel like that should be intentional grounding in the end zone. They're not calling it, thank God. But 2nd and 20 now. Buffalo Bills at the 7-yard line. So maybe run the ball, 8-yard line. But now runs a predictable play too. So now we're going to lose 2 yards on the run. McCoy bounces it outside, gets to the 13-yard line before he's forced out of bounds by Joseph. So happy to pick up yards on this play, but it's 3rd and 15. 3rd and 15. Yeah, like I said, they are shopping Amari Cooper. Yeah, I'd take Demaryius Thomas too. I was looking at ways to trade McCoy, although I don't think McCoy would work in Denver because of their young running backs. But, McCoy and maybe like a second or third for Demaryius Thomas and like a sixth or something like that. See if that would work out. But I haven't, again, I don't think Denver needs a running back. So 3rd and 15, Peterman's in shotgun from the 13-yard line. 3rd and 15 from 13. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. Peterman's looking deep downfield, has an open man, has a completion, and a first down to, is that Andre Holmes? Yeah, Andre Holmes with a huge first down, guys. Guys, that's a huge first down. I mean, 6:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Buffalo up 13-10. I cannot tell you guys how mad I am right now about like the penalties, but picking up that first down does make me have, like, it gives you a little relief that we got that first down. Clock's still moving. Great pass by Peterman to Andre Holmes. Going to be 1st and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. Peterman's 4 for 6, 45 yards on a touchdown. So we're at the 33-yard line, 1st and 10, 6:11 to go in this game. Run to McCoy. McCoy's going to run up the middle for about 2 or 3 yards. Gets the ball to about the 37-yard line before he's taken down. 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. It's kind of like we're watching this clock, see if this backup quarterback, Nathan Peterman, who played awful the first time against the Baltimore Ravens in week 1, hasn't been in since then. But let's see what he can do now, up 13-10 with 5:40 to go in this game. Again, this drive, currently we have 7 plays, 30 yards, a couple penalties that's made me flip out. 37-yard line, we got the ball 2nd and 6. I mean, it looks like we're just trying to run out this clock as best we can. Give our defense time to rest. Even if we don't score, the way this defense has been playing, you would think we might be all right. McCoy with another run to the left side. It's going to be about 3rd and 2 as he picks up about 4 on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and 2 from about the 40-yard line with less than 5:15 to go in the fourth quarter. So we're going to take this down to less than 5 minutes at least. Let's see if we can pick up this third down. As McCoy comes out, that means Ivory's going to come in. Man, this has been an insane game. We're going to be the first in the division if we win today. If we win and the Patriots and Dolphins both lose, and the Jets win, with the Jets are winning right now too, there would be a 4-way tie at 3-3 in our division. So 3rd and 2 from the 41. Chris Ivory up the middle is unable to get the first down. It gets stuffed pretty much at the line of scrimmage. So that's going to bring up 4th down. Again, I feel like maybe we're playing a little bit too conservatively with only a 3-point lead and 4 minutes to go. This is going to take us down to the 4-minute mark in this game. I know our defense is playing outstanding, and even if we give up a touchdown on this last drive and we lose 17-13, let's pretend that's what's going to happen. This defense has played so well, it's insane. Nathan Peterman is on the field still, so it looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down. I don't think that's going to be the case. I really don't think that's going to be the case. However, Houston's forced to call a timeout, which might come into effect. Dolphins down 8 right now with 11 minutes left. So the Dolphins are down. So if the Dolphins lose, the Patriots play Kansas City tonight. Anything can happen in that game, even though it's in Kansas City. So the Dolphins are down with 11 minutes to go. The Jets are winning, I believe, in that game. Last we checked, they were winning. And then you got New England tonight. Depending on what happens in that game, we could have a 4-way tie at 3-3 in our division, guys. And we have not played a division game yet. So that division is completely up for grabs, especially if we win this game. If you're just joining me, thank you for watching me on Believers Talk. My name is Joe. We are here live for every single Bills game. We do live play-by-play, live reaction. This game is taking a lot out of me. 4th and 2, we're going for it. I don't know if I like this play call at all. I still want to think that we're going to try to force them off sides, if nothing else, with 10 seconds left on the play clock, or on the play clock, and 4 minutes to go, 4:08 to go on the game clock. Yeah, all right, good. If we were going to go for it from our own 41, up by 3, I think I would have gone nuts. 33-27, Jets lead with 6:10 to go. So that's what we're talking about. Thanks for the updates, guys. Just called a timeout here in Buffalo. Buffalo just called their first timeout. 4:08 to go, up 13-10. 4th and 2. We're going to punt the ball away. Again, if we would have went for it there on 4th and 2, even if we would have gotten it, I would have probably flipped out. Some of you would have said, oh, I like the aggressiveness. Not with Nathan Peterman in the game, I don't. And I know they blocked the punt earlier, and they're probably going to send a lot to try to block this one too, but can't do that. Just can't do that. We've also had 4 successful punts, so. Jorgen's back to punt. Good snap. Good punt. Not even close to a block. Punt takes the guy inside the 5, and it's going to bounce back to the 7 or 8 yard line. So great punt. Houston's going to have to travel the distance of the field on this defense, which you cannot say enough about this defensive performance for the Buffalo Bills, especially if we win this game. There's just so many good things to say, which I'll cover in post-game. All right, so we're going to go through some scores real quick for you guys. All right, so Buffalo's up on Houston, 13-10, 4-8 to go. Atlanta's up 24-22 on Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay's trying to come back in that one with the 9:50 to go in the fourth quarter there. Pittsburgh's still up 17-14 on Cincinnati. You got the Chargers up on Cleveland, 35-6. Miami and Chicago are actually now tied with 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter there. Arizona's trailing Minnesota 27-10. The Jets are up 9, 36-27 with 9:40 to go in that game. Oakland is trailing Seattle 27-0. And the Washington Redskins are up 20-17. So Carolina's making a game of it with 7.5 to go there. So those are the scores around league. The 1 o'clock games later, a little bit later, it's 3:30. So the 4 o'clock games getting ready to start. You got the Rams at Denver, got Jacksonville at Dallas, Baltimore at Tennessee, and Kansas City at New England is that Sunday night game. And then tomorrow night you have San Fran at Green Bay. So that's your lineup of games for the rest of the day. What a day! What a week 6 so far. It started with Thursday, that game in New York. Saquon Barkley's unreal, but the Eagles just couldn't be stopped. I'll get to some comments here. Miami just tied it. That's why I just went over. So take 4 minutes off the clock and at least a kick. I would love to have the field goal there, but that's okay. We're up 3. They have to travel the distance of the field. It's pretty much the way our defenses are playing. You can't picture a better scenario than having them they have to drive 92, 93 yards for the touchdown. Obviously, they kick field goal, try to tie it up, but to get the lead. So, and with the way our defenses are playing, we got 5 or 6 sacks on Watson so far this game. The 2 interceptions in this game. There's just been so much good for this defense. We've done a really good job. So I really like the situation we're in. Go back to a blowout against Ravens, and now we can be in first place. We got shellacked 47-3 by the Ravens. I don't think there was any doubt who the better team was on that day in that game. But we can always try to look back and say, what if we did this? What if we did that? But the truth of the matter is, we just have to look forward. 3:55 to go. Watson under center. Fake handoff on first down. Looking downfield. And he does the same thing that Peterman did. He just has to throw it away before he gets sacked in the end zone. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 10. His was exactly at the feet of the wide receiver, though. So I know there's not going to be an intentional grounding on this one. But it's going to be 2nd and 10 as Murphy gets to Watson and forces the errant throw for incompletion. We have 6 sacks on the day on Watson. And that doesn't include the pressures. Just a great job by our defense. 3:50 to go in the game. Watson's in shotgun. A wide receiver to his left and his right. 2 wide receivers behind a screen, 1 to the top. Last time they ran this play, they ran a run to Miller. So I remember that right in my head. They actually are going to pass the ball this time. We blitz again. Hopkins is open downfield, so he gets a catch out of bounds. Is that Hopkins? No, that's actually Fuller. That's Fuller's first catch of the game. So it's going to be 1st and 10 Houston at about the 20-yard line. Big play by Texans. If you're a Houston Texans fan, it's a big play. Not only does it get you out of the back of your end zone, hopefully it gets Watson in a rhythm. It's actually at the 25-yard line. So 3:44 to go. He got out of bounds. 1st and 10 for Houston at the 25-yard line. Watson back to pass. Gets pressured again. This time Hughes forces a fumble. Another fumble. Who's recovering this one? This one, there's a pile. We don't know who has it yet, but there was definitely another fumble. No whistle blows. No one's ruling incomplete. Houston recovers it. So that's the 3rd fumble we've caused today. 2 of them recovered by Houston. That's 19 forced fumbles on the year. 19 forced fumbles we've created. That's great, but we've only recovered 7 of them. Jerry Hughes forces the fumble, but we're just not able to get on the ball. And we had guys there who should have been able to get on the ball. Milano should have been able to recover that one. So it's going to be 2nd and 15. The good news is it's a sack for Jerry Hughes. He has 1.5 on the day. That's our 7th sack of the day, guys. So blitz coming again. Gets the ball off quickly. This one is to Hopkins. As Hopkins gets downfield, gets a first down, gets it close to midfield. So a big play by Hopkins there. Quick pass to him. Not much time to react if you're Tre'Davious White. And then he just beats White inside to pick up a huge chunk of yards there. 2:30 to go in the 4th quarter with Buffalo still ahead, 13-10. Houston has the ball, 1st and 10 at their own, I'm going to say 44-yard line. Got 2 wide receivers bottom, 2 wide receivers at top. Watson in shotgun. It'd be a shame for this defense to give up a touchdown at this point. I mean, with how well they've played. Blitzing 4. We get some pressure in the face of Watson. Watson's able to extend the play. Blue is open. Again, this is what we talked about in the pregame. Watson being able to extend plays. Hits a wide open Blue, gets into Buffalo territory, makes it 1st and 10. Blue then gets out of bounds with 2:06 to go in the 4th quarter. Still trailing 13-10. Buffalo has played a great defensive game, so like I said, I'd be ashamed to give up a touchdown here. But Houston's played a great defensive game as well. You know, you cannot fault Houston. They have only given up 13 points. So Watson in shotgun again, running backs to his left and right, 2 wide receivers to the top, Hopkins by himself at the bottom of the screen. 5 seconds on the play clock. Snap goes back to Watson. Going deep, down the field. Looks like there's pass interference on Buffalo, so that means they're going to get the ball. Yeah. Fuller got, I mean, that's definitely pass interference, and that makes me so mad, guys. They're going to have the ball 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. They're going to have the ball 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. Fuller's hurt, and I feel bad for that, and I don't want to downplay that. That's terrible. We just lost this game. On what's going to be, a 40-yard penalty, 50-yard penalty. Gaines got called for the pass interference. It was definitely pass interference. I don't want Bills fans to say there was no pass interference on the play. There's definitely, he's holding Will Fuller's arm. There's definitely pass interference there. You have to call that. Guys, it's just, I mean, and you can say what you want about the rule. I personally like the college pass interference better, giving 15 yards instead of just basically giving them a touchdown. But, that's no one's fault in this game. You can't change the rule mid-game. So they're going to have the ball 1st and goal at the 1-yard line. We have 2 timeouts. We're at the 2-minute warning. We have 2 timeouts, 13-10 Buffalo. I mean, if they score a touchdown here, we have to score a touchdown with Nathan Peterman with less than 2 minutes to go. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying that this defense has only allowed 1 touchdown so far today, too. This defense, the Houston defense is playing really well, too. And to think that we can get a 2-minute drive against them late is kind of ridiculous. But you have to look at all 3 Houston scores, guys. Again, maybe we'll surprise myself. Maybe we'll get a goal line stance. Maybe. And that's possible. Our defense is playing lights out, but our red zone defense again is not good. It's ranked 27th in the league, I think it is. I don't know what to say at this point. But if you just joined me, thank you for watching me on Believers Talk. Sad moment in the game. The Buffalo Bills called for a pass interference in the end zone to make it 1st and goal for Houston at the 1-yard line with. We're at the 2-minute warning, so with 2 minutes to go in the game, Houston down 13-10. Huge play in the game. It was definitely pass interference. I wish I could say it wasn't. I wish I could say that it was a bad call. It was definitely pass interference as they went up to Will Fuller and Gaines just was holding on to Will Fuller's arm. And Will Fuller got hurt on the play, and so we wish him the best, of course. Don't want to see injuries at that time in the game, but we do know that Houston has not been great in the red zone so far this year as well. So we'll see what happens there. Maybe they won't score here, but it's looking for all intents and purposes like they're going to score here. and Buffalo's going to be forced to try to drive the field to get a touchdown late in this game. So here we go. Back from the 2-minute warning. Houston has the ball, 1st and 10 at the 1-yard line. Watson is, they're showing the crowd. I hate, Fuller looks like he's back up on his feet. He's on the sideline. He's looking up. He has his helmet on, so that makes me happy. Watson under center. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. They're going to try to run on 1st down with Alfred Blue. Blue does not get in. He actually loses a yard on the play. So it's going to be 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Good 1st down play by this Buffalo Bills defense. Man, if they have a goal line stance here, that's going to be so huge. So Buffalo calls a timeout. So there's going to be 1:51 to go in the game. Buffalo calls their 2nd timeout. Again, because you're not doubting your defense to get this goal line stance. There's 1:53 on the clock, I'm sorry. But you're not doubting your defense here, but you want to give your offense time if they are able to score. Even if they score a field goal here, you want to give your offense time to try to win the game late. So got 2nd and goal here from the 2-yard line. Will Fuller is back in the game, so if you're a Houston fan, that's good to see. As someone who hates seeing injuries, that's good to see. But 13-10, Buffalo's winning by 3, 1:53 to go in the game. 2nd and goal from the 2. Again, we need a goal line stance here, guys. Holding to a field goal. Watson's in shotgun. Four wide receivers. Tight end is not on the line, so that means he can go out for a pass. Looks like they do a little trickery. Number 16 gets the ball, gets nowhere. They ran their running back in motion, and then Cute at the snap came underneath. They pitched it to Cute. And I would argue that they were in motion at the same time, which is also illegal. And he went nowhere. So now it's 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line, guys. So far, so good for this Buffalo defense. Buffalo called their last timeout. 1:44 left to go in the game. 3rd and goal. Huge play here for the Buffalo Bills, for the Houston Texans even, as we have no more timeouts. 1:44 to go in the game. 3rd and goal. Let's see what the Bills can do here, guys. They've surprised me so far. It's 3rd and goal from the 3. So far, Houston's lost a yard on every single play from 1st and goal from the 1. So 3rd and goal from the 3-yard line. Watson in shotgun. You got Miller to his right. You got 3 wide receivers bottom of the screen. Obviously, they're going to highlight Hopkins in this situation. You got White covering Hopkins one-on-one. And it looks like there's a false start on the offense. So this is now going to be 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. So what was once 1st and goal at the 1 is now 3rd and goal from the 8. Some people say as an offense you like being back a little bit further because it gives you more room, so we'll see if that works. But now we got 3rd and goal from the 8-yard line. So far, great defensive stance by Buffalo. 1:44 to go. Buffalo has no more timeouts. If we stop them here, then they're forced to kick a field goal, try to get that tie with 1.5 minutes to go or so. But if we don't stop them here, we'll need to go the distance of the field in 1.5 minutes with no timeouts. So Watson in shotgun, 3 wide receivers bottom of the screen, 3 wide receivers top, 1 to the bottom. Blitz coming from Hughes. Jerry Hughes is unable to tackle Watson. Watson has time to throw. Oh! Pass broken up by Mike Milano, who again, since I was saying this in the pregame, has had a great season. Mike Milano breaks up the pass, brings up 4th and goal from the 8-yard line. They're forced to try to kick a game-tying field goal. 1:37 to go. Guys, this has been an insane game. No matter what happens in this game, this has been an insane game. Buffalo with the stop on 3rd and goal. Houston had the ball 1st and goal at the 1-yard line, and they are unable to punch it in. And now they're forced to try a field goal to tie this game. 1:37 to go. Buffalo up 13-10. They line up for the field goal. It's going to be about a 32-yard attempt. Should not be a problem, but we all know about the kickers in this league so far. It's up and it's good. So we have 1:34 to go in the 4th quarter. The Buffalo Bills and Houston Texans tied at 13. What more could you want from this game? What an exciting game. Thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. We are here constantly giving you all kinds of Bills content. We go live for every single Buffalo Bills game. You'll see more content like this during these live reaction and play-by-play. We are live for the moments like the transactions, the trades, guys. I'm losing my train of thought right now. If you have been with me for this whole game, or if you've been watching this whole game, you know how back and forth this game has been. And just, for the opportunity to go 3-3 is huge for a Bills team that started out 0-2 and just did not look good in those 2 games. So 13-13, 1:34 to go in this game. Buffalo has no timeouts. I'll try to get through some scores real quick for you. as we get ready to receive the ball on the kickoff, again with 1:34 to go. Milano just a great play there. And yeah, this would be the third overtime game for Houston in a row. So Tampa Bay, Atlanta. Atlanta's up by 9, 31-22. Pittsburgh's up 20-14 on Cincinnati with 2:25 to go. The Chargers are up 35-14 on Cleveland. Miami and Chicago are still tied. Arizona and Minnesota, I don't care because they're getting ready to kick off. All right, and the kickoff will go out of bounds. So Buffalo will start with the ball 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. So we got Minnesota, Arizona. Minnesota's up 27-17. The Jets are up by 12 on Indianapolis, 39-27. Seattle is up 27-3 on Oakland, and Washington is up 23-17 on the Carolina Panthers. Obviously, Peterman coming into the game for this drive. Allen's still not in, so we'll have to hear more about that injury after this game. However, with 1:34 to go, the Bills have a chance here to possibly go down the field and get a game-winning field goal again for the second week in a row. So Peterman in shotgun, McCoy to his left, wide receivers 2 at the bottom, 2 on the top of the screen. We got 1 wide receiver and Clay on the top, of course. First throw is to Benjamin, misses him wide, so it's going to be 2nd and 10 for the Buffalo Bills. But the scary part is we throw 3 incompletions, and then Houston with 2 timeouts has the same chance we just had with about 1:20 to go as well. So, we want to make sure that we actually get a first down or 2 and possibly make the field goal again, make it the last play of the game like we did last week against Tennessee. So 2nd and 10, shotgun formation again, McCoy 2, Peterman's left, wide receiver and Clay to the top of the screen. You got 2 wide receivers bottom of the screen with Jones and Benjamin at the bottom. So they're sending a blitz. It's picked off. Nathan Peterman throws a pick 6. No lie, guys. Nathan Peterman just throws a pick 6 in this game. Thank you, Nathan Peterman. What the heck? So it's going to be a pick 6. Houston's going to get a celebration penalty. So it's now 19-13, 1:23 to go in the game. Why is P-Man in? Because Josh Allen got hurt. Josh Allen's hurt. I'm not kidding you. I wish I was. Pick 6 to pretty much... there's 1:23 left. Buffalo's going to get the ball. Buffalo's going to get decent field position because Houston's going to get a penalty here on the touchdown, 15-yard penalty that's going to be assessed on the kickoff. But come on. This defense has played lights out. Lights out. Lights out. They had the ball. They had the ball 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Defensive stance stops them. Both of their touchdown. Their touchdown was on a fumble recovery on a punt. And now their other touchdowns on a pick 6. Dang it. What else can you say? It's going to be 20-13. Wow. Joseph with the interception. Joseph has had a big day for Houston Texans fans. Joseph has had some huge tackles for you on the day, and then obviously that pick 6 there makes this game 20-13. 1:23 to go. Buffalo has no timeouts, and we have Nathan Peterman in the game. Nathan flipping Peterman. Thank you for joining me on Believers Talk again. If you're new, a sad moment in the game here as out to Benjamin gets read by Joseph, and Joseph just and Peterman needs to look him off, and he doesn't. He just looks straight at Benjamin the whole time. Blitz is coming. I actually picked up pretty well. And then Joseph just runs it in for a touchdown. So, if you're a Bills fan, you pretty much, depending on what happens this last 1:23, you pretty much just saw your season just go down the tubes. We could have been 3-3 after this game. We played so well on defense. We played so well, other than on flipping special teams and that play on offense right there. We played so well. All right, 20-13. 1:23 to go. Like I said, Houston did get that 15-yard and sportsmanlike penalty for the celebration. And Peterman has to come back in because Allen got hurt. Allen injured his elbow. They're still not... Well, I still don't know the extent of the injury. But his elbow was wrapped up on the sideline. He's wearing his baseball cap. He's not coming back in. Houston kicks it off from the 20-yard line. Ball's fumbled. Picked up again. But we're going to start with the ball inside the 15-yard line. How hard is it to pick up a ball? How hard is it to just catch a ball? You have no one pressuring you at all. It's the third time that's happened in this game. Once they recovered. So we have to go 85 yards in a minute 16 with no timeouts. Yeah, that's going to happen with this offense that can barely score any touchdowns at all. First and 10 at the 13-yard line. Peterman and shotgun. McCoy to his left. They're sending blitz. McCoy picks up the blitz. Goes deep to the sideline. So far to the sideline, it's out of bounds. McDermott caught it, so that's good. That must count for something. That must count for something. Sherman Allen on the sideline. Wish he was in this game, of course. Minute 10 to go, 2nd and 10. Allen's in shotgun. McCoy to his right. 3 wide receivers bottom of the screen, 1 to the top. Looks like they're going to blitz both Watt and Clowney at this one. Throw is caught on the sideline by Zay Jones. He's able to get out of bounds at the 26-yard line, so it's going to be a first down for Buffalo. Minute 5 to go, 20-13 Houston. After a pick 6 from Peterman. Peterman's in the game due to an Allen injury. And Derek Anderson has yet to be put on the active roster due to the fact we just signed him on Wednesday. Our backup quarterback at this time is Logan Thomas. So Peterman's it pretty much at this point. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 26-yard line for Buffalo. Minute 5 to go. No timeouts. Got McCoy to his left. You got 3 wide receivers to the bottom of the screen, or 3 wide receivers to the top, 1 to the bottom. McCoy picks up the blitz again very nicely. Peterman has time to look around. He's going to run for 3 yards before he runs out of bounds. So 58 seconds to go. It's going to be 2nd and 7 for the Buffalo Bills at the 30-yard line. Guys, this was looking so hopeful not too long ago. Welcome to Believers Talk. Thank you for joining me as we get ready to see what Buffalo can do. I don't know why they're showing Hauska practicing kicks on the sideline. We definitely need a touchdown here. 20-13, 58 seconds to go. I think we need a touchdown here. We're not going to kick a field goal and go for an onside kick, are we? Especially since we're still at the 28-yard line. So 2nd and 8, 58 seconds to go. But Peterman in shotgun, 4 wide receivers set. McCoy gets a screen pass. McCoy's trying to get out of bounds. He's not able to, so he's just going to be down at the 30-yard line. So now we got 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7, 46 seconds to go. And the clock's running here. Throw a pick 6 with a minute to go. You throw a pick 6 with a minute to go in a tie game. You got to be smarter than that, Nate. Yeah, he just threw another interception, by the way. Just go down, my mans. Why don't you just go down? I don't know why he didn't just go down, but another interception. So now the game is over. This one by Jackson. Game over. Houston's just going to kneel it once. And that's the game. And that's the game. What just happened? Up 13-10. Our defense didn't allow anything. Our defense allowed 2 field goals. One that was already in field goal range when they got the ball. Our defense allowed 2 field goals, basically. That's it. And we lose this game. We lose this game. Don't coddle Peterman on the sideline. Don't dare coddle Peterman on the sideline. He lost us this game. So it's going to take one knee. Guys, if you're a Houston fan, and listen, I had Houston going to the Super Bowl. If you're a Houston fan, I don't know how impressed you can be with this victory. Again, I mean, but pardon me, I say that, but then look, Buffalo's defense is a top 5 defense, period. And with Josh Allen in the game, we had the lead. We had the lead. That's actually 3 wins in a row. You guys are 3-3. It's not 4 wins yet. We'll wait till next week. But, I mean, good job by Houston. Now they're 3-3 on the season. Buffalo drops to 2-4 after what should have been a win for Buffalo. What should have been a win. I mean, there's nothing more to say. at this moment. I mean, I'll go through some stats in a second. We'll talk about some things. If you're a Bills fan, you could stick around. Even if you're a Texans fan, you can stick around. Congrats to you guys. You guys you played a fine game. There was nothing wrong with the game you played. Buffalo's defense was awesome. J.J. Watt got a sack in this game for you. That's his 7th of the year. But, man, guys, this hurts right now. This one hurts. This one hurts right now. But good job to the Texans getting back to 500. That's a huge win for them. Yeah. What can you say? What can you say? Yeah, no, Peterman cost us this game. Absolutely, Peterman cost us this game. I mean, Allen, you can't do anything about injury, right? You can't blame Allen for getting hurt. Allen got hurt. It happens, unfortunately. We just need to hope that's nothing serious. And we need, I hope at this point we know if Allen's seriously hurt, Derek Anderson needs to be the quarterback taking the ball next week. And you know what? Get rid of Peterman and get Kaepernick. I think Clemens is available or something. Get Mark Sanchez. Get somebody else in there. Man, that was so bad. Derek Anderson absolutely would have done better. Derek Anderson's a veteran, but Derek Anderson knows never to throw that pass for a pick six with a minute to go. When worst case scenario, you're looking at overtime, right? Worst case scenario, you're looking at overtime. It's just not good. Just not good. Right now, they're showing the end of the Steelers-Cincinnati game. And guys, we'll talk in a second. We'll talk in a second. I promise. We'll talk about this game. I'll give you the stats. I'll do all that. But, man, right now, I just need a second. But thank you for joining me on Believers Talk. If you are a fan of the Buffalo Bills, if you're a fan of the NFL, I encourage you to subscribe to this channel because we will continually go through Buffalo Bills content. We'll continue to give you trade news. We'll continue to do live streams, no matter how much they hurt sometimes. We'll continue to do that kind of stuff. But, this one just right now, if you're joining me, normally I'm a lot more fun than this. People can attest. But it just hurts right now, guys. That Of course, Peterman's still going to stay on the team because Coach McDermott has some kind of love fest with him. I don't know what it is, but all right. Let's try to get our bearings about us here. The Bills lose 20-13 on a game that our defense played phenomenally well in. The mistakes by Buffalo are endless. The scoring started on the first punt by Houston. Raymond McLeod fumbles the ball. They get the ball at about the Buffalo's 35-yard line, and they take it in for a score on a 13-yard touchdown to Hopkins, who, by the way, did not have that great of a game. He did everything I wanted him. Trey White did everything I wanted him to do against Hopkins minus the touchdown. But that's what's going to happen. Anyhow, so that happened, and then off a punt block that Houston got the ball inside the 20-yard line, Buffalo's defense held them to a field goal. It was 10-0. It was 10-0 at halftime. Coming out of the second half, Houston got the ball first. Deshaun Watson throws the ball, and Lorenzo Alexander not only bats it up in the air, but also intercepts it, gives us the ball at the 30-yard line, Houston's 30-yard line. We take it in. We score a field goal on that drive to make it 10-3. We then go on to score another field goal on a decently done offensive drive by Buffalo. I think there was a fumble maybe to give us the ball, but we score another 3, make it 10-6. We get the ball back. Allen's driving us downfield. Allen gets hurt late in that drive, and then he's out for the rest of the game. Peterman comes in and throws a beautiful touchdown pass to Zay Jones. It was looking good. It was 13-10 at that point. Buffalo really looking good. Houston did nothing. They were forced to punt after a couple sacks. We get the ball. It seems like we're just running the clock, right? We run a few times. I think we got one first down on that drive. We run a couple times. We give them the ball back with 4 minutes to go. They get a pass interference call, which it was pass interference in the end zone. Pass interference. They get the ball at the 1-yard line, first and goal at the 1, and Buffalo's defense holds up. Buffalo's defense holds up and stops them to a field goal to make it 13-13 with a minute something to go, and Buffalo has no timeouts. About minute 34 to go. Allen wouldn't throw this pass. Peterman throws a pick six to put them up 20-13, and then he throws another interception to end the game. And so it hurts right now, guys. It hurts. That was a game we could have easily won. But that's okay. And thank you for watching Believers Talk. Again, if you watch the stream, I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting this channel. If you like this video, please hit the like button. Again, hit the subscribe button, notification bell. I'll go over some stats real quick for you guys, just to see how we can do here. There's ways we can improve. Hopefully Allen's injury is not serious at this point because, what can we do? What can we do? Allen had us basically in the lead at this game. All right, but here we go with the stats, guys. We're going to start with the Houston Texans. Deshaun Watson went 15 for 25 for 177 yards, a touchdown, and 2 interceptions. So this is the 15th straight game where the Buffalo Bills have not allowed a 300-yard passer. That's impressive. And you know what? He didn't even go over 200. So very impressive by the Buffalo Bills defense again. They did a great job. But he goes 15 for 25 for 117 yards. He was sacked 7 times. 7 times. 2 interceptions, a touchdown. Lamar Miller, 15 carries, 46 yards. Alfred Blue, 7 carries, 26 yards. Deshaun Watson, 2 carries, 2 yards. So we allow less than 85 yards of rushing on the day. Again, another good day over there. Hopkins was the leading receiver, of course, 5 for 63 with that 1 touchdown. Again, if you're going to tell me we stopped DeAndre Hopkins for 5 catches for 63 yards, I say that's great. He does get that 1 touchdown. That's his 3rd of the season. But we did really good overall. Philly had 2 catches, 33 yards. QD had 3 catches, 33 yards. Miller had 2 catches for 25. Alfred Blue 2 for 17, and Atkins had 1 for 6. Fairbairn was 2 for 2 on field goals, 2 for 2 on extra points. Your leading tackler was Cunningham, had 8 tackles. McKinney and J.J. Watt both had sacks. And then Joseph and Jackson both had interceptions at the end of that game. Joseph was for a pick 6, which sealed the game pretty much, which gave Houston the lead. And then Jackson had the interception at the end of the game to seal it for the Houston Texans. Moving to the Buffalo Bills side of the ball. Josh Allen went 10 for 17 for 84 yards, was sacked twice. Nathan Peterman went 6 for 12 for 61 yards. He had the touchdown and the interception, or 2 interceptions thrown. McCoy had 16 carries, 73 yards. Again, we do need to get him the ball more. 16 carries just isn't enough. 16 for 73, that averages 4.6 yards a carry. And that's including times where Houston knew we were going to run the ball. Allen had 4 carries for 20 yards. Ivory had 6 carries for 5 yards. And Nathan Peterman had 1 carry for 2 yards. Kelvin Benjamin was our lead receiver. He had 2 catches with that 1 really big catch. 2 catches for 43 yards. Zay Jones had 3 catches for 35 yards and that touchdown in the back of the end zone. McCoy had 3 for 21. Clay had 4 for 20. Holmes had 1 for 20. Ivory had 1 for 4. McLeod had 1 for 2. Logan Thomas had still that 1 catch for 0 yards. Hauschka was 2 for 2 on field goals. Made his extra point. Tyron Jones had 2 returns for 25 yards. McLeod had that return for 20 yards, but he fumbled it. I don't know what this means for Aaron McLeod. I really don't. If you're talking about him not being on the team, I don't know. I just don't know. Jorges had 5 punts, 2 of those inside the 20. His average was 48.4 yards a punt, so that's awesome there. Edmonds was our leading tackler with 7. Poyer had 4. He also had an interception. Lorenzo Alexander had 3 tackles, a sack and a half, and an interception. Shaq Lawson had a sack. You have Kyle Williams had 2 sacks. Jerry Hughes had a sack and a half. Murphy had half a sack. Again, 3 forced fumbles. That's 19 forced fumbles on the year. We need to jump on those guys. We did recover 1, but we have 19 forced fumbles, 7 recoveries. We just need to do a better job getting on those balls. Just imagine the turnover differential if we're able to jump on some of those balls. And we had the turnover differential run this game 3-1 until Nathan Peterman decided to Nathan Peterman it and throw those 2 interceptions at the end of the game. But great game by our defense overall. Great game for the most part, by McCoy. Josh Allen played a good game, I thought. Good offensive play calling overall. Need to stop with those stinking illegal formation penalties. I mean, there were two of them, both very costly. Yeah, just wish we could have won this game. I mean, we should have won this game, but Houston wins this game, goes to 3-3 on the season. The Bills drop to 2-4. Depending on the news about Josh Allen, obviously, we'll see what happens there, but that might spell doom and gloom if you're a Bills fan. But we will be here live for you, no matter what, to cover these games, live play-by-play, live reaction. I'll be back on here tomorrow to go over this game more in depth. I just can't believe it right now. But yeah, please subscribe. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell. We'll let you know when we go live. And also, like this video. Follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter, however it goes. Keep you updated on Twitter with all Buffalo sports news, whether it be the Sabres, whether it be the Buffalo Bulls, whether it be our Bills. And, the Bulls and Sabres pulled out their part. The Bills couldn't pull out theirs. So the Bills lose this game in a heartbreaking fashion, 20-13, dropped to 2-4 on the season. And that'll be it. So thank you for joining me again, Believers Talk again. Hit that subscribe button, like us, follow us, all that kind of good stuff. But till next time, go Bills.